Halito, welcome everyone. How is everyone doing this evening? Welcome. Halito, Shamel Thomas, North American Negro, Jerry McDonald, Sister Betty, Sharonda, Shamel Thomas, David Bell, The Baddest Sports Show podcast, Halito, Little G, Marcus Adams. Halito, everyone, I'm going to play my music and let my chat build while I wait on my cousin Zoe. Halito Platinum and Gold. Halito Miss Vicky. Halito Sis. Halito Stay Woke and Ninja Halito Tony Furlough. Halito, Mr. Flat Dot Brother. Halito, Renee Leona.
No more sleeping in bed.
Halito,
no more
Lady Cases. How you doing?
for thinking ahead. The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. There's so much hatred, war and poverty. Wake up all the teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe they'll never listen to what you have to say. They're the ones who's coming up, and the world is in their hands. When you teach the children, teach them the very best you can. The world won't get no better if we just let it be. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it, girl, just you and me. Wake up all the doctors, make the old people well. They're the ones who suffer and who catch all the hair. They don't have so very long before their judgment day. So won't you make them happy before they pass away? Wake up all builders, time to build a new land. I know we can do it if we all lend a hand. The only thing we have to do is put it in our minds. Surely things will work out. They do it every time. The world won't get no better if we just let it be. The world won't get no better. We gotta change the world, just you and me. Yeah. Change it, just you and me. Change it, change it. Can't do it alone, Need some help, y'all. Can't do it alone, Yeah. Wake up, everybody. Wake up, everybody. Need a little help, y'all. Yes, I do. Need a little help. Say it, boy. Need some help, y'all. Change the world, what it used to be. Can't do it alone. Need some help, Wake up, everybody. Get up. Wake up. Come on. Wake up, everybody. Teach a new way. Maybe they never listen what you have to say. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more thinking. Come on.
Alito great book. Alito great and run.
Everybody. I'm talking about don't push out. Stop pushing that dope. Don't use up. Stop using the dope. Wake up. Yeah. What you tell me? I wonder what you tell me now. Wake up, y'all. Come on. You preachers. Stop preaching right to your feet. It's the truth. Wake up, preachers. Politicians, stop lying. Stop lying. Why don't somebody help the old people? Help the babies. Stay on that baby. Help you businessmen. What? Stop cheating. Stop cheating. Stop cheating. Stop cheating. Stop cheating. Stop cheating. Wake up, yeah. Wake up, yeah. Wake up, yeah. Wake up, yeah.
Alito can eat.
It don't matter. What race, creed, or color. Everybody, we need each other. Pick up everybody. Well, see, we need wake up everybody. We need no more sleeping in bed.
It's the
No black
dollar sign.
All the teachers start to teach a new way. They're the ones that suffer each and every day. Teach the children, teach the babies, teach the babies, teach the children, teach the children, teach the babies, teach the children, teach the babies. They're the one who's coming out.
Hold on, let me put my next song on, then I put it in the chat. I'm gonna play play one of our sisters today. I know I usually play a lot of the brothers' music. Where is it? I want to play another brother song, and then I'm gonna play a sister. I own no rights to the music that I play. Fair use, no rights to the music I play. So, with that being said,
growing up can be a pain. You're not a man until you come away.
Alicia, he's not so small. 057. Alicia said he take him himself.
In the effort to pursue our career. Responsibility.
Okay, cuz I'm gonna put that thing in
who's protecting us from harm? Is there anyone around that we can trust?
Because it's so
looking for the answers.
at least not everyone, you have to be saying this nobody.
Mistakes we learn to gather wisdom.
Fair use, that part, cuz.
Life's responsibility falls in our hands. Wisdom has understand.
Okay, Pharaoh goes.
Oh, the roses that may exceed reality. Cause failure always is a possibility. Who can tell us that we're wrong?
Kalito Sunflower, a son of California.
Wants to figure out what life is all about. Looking for the answers.
Kalito, grandmother BB, how you doing?
And wisdom helps us see our responsibility.
Grandmother BB, we need to set us another line very soon. Kalito Kimberly Lewis.
Helps us understand.
Y'all know I love my music. Kalito, how you doing?
All you have to do is
That's good. I'm glad you're doing well. I seen your video they played the other day, Grandmother BB. What's the name you played? I dropped it in the chat room though.
She growing up can be
That's one of my favorite new. That's one of my favorite new edition songs, y'all. Like, oh, growing up. That's what we need, little men. We need grown men, not little men's. Hold on, y'all. We'll get two of our sisters in here. We probably still building the chat.
Why are you not investing in tax liens?
Still in the chat build, y'all. Just bear with me. I'm waiting on my cousin Zoe to come through. So just bear with me. You tripping. Yes, Grandmother. Yes, Joe. Is Joe coming? KG.
God, brother, where you at, B?
Yes, Frida. Thank you for telling Grandmother Mimi that he played her video.
Nothing too good for us.
Nothing too good for us, y'all. Time to be free from this goddamn corporation.
And I just got to be free.
I'll send it to you, Grandmother.
Whisper too good for us, but I want to be free.
I know they are,
and I just got to be me. Yeah.
I see on that in just a minute. Love you too. Love you too. Bye.
Teasing has all his mind. Give a nice touch first to me. Happiness all the time. Oh, and how that pleases me. But I want to be free. And I just got to be me. Yeah.
If you text them so and tell them we're waiting on them. Yes, they're born real music. Alito, the industry. Alito or Sharonda. Did I see you? No, Alito again.
Feeling you close to me makes all my senses smile. There's not a waste ecstasy, 'cause I won't leave it here for a while. I've got to be free, free. And I just got to be me, yeah. And I just wanna be me. I just got to be me. I just gotta be me.
And what's that, little brother? Did you get my message I left you tonight? Alito, Chief Peanut Lawyer. Alito, Michael, how you doing, my brother? Did you text him, Zoe? Have you texted him or called him?
Yeah, I just hit him up. He should be jumping in. You know, he can't be too busy, you know what I'm saying? But peace to the goddesses and the gods in the building, you know what I'm saying? We coming to have another live one like always, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we're gonna go
Got two things playing, Zoe. Got two things. Okay, there you go, cuz.
Yeah, I had to take that speaker, the speaker phone out of the speaker thing, you know. But yeah, we're gonna get funky today. That video, you can go ahead if you want to get started with that video with dude going weird and explaining a whole lot of buffoonery, trying to cover the tracks of what we're going to expose anyway. You know, he tried to cover the tracks of young, you know, pale face, you know, try to, yeah, well, you know, and this is their theory, and this dude, you only like 18 years old, my dude. You your grandparents was orphans, dude, so don't be upset. You know,
which one was that? The first video? You want me to start with the very first one you sent me, right?
No, play the one that you sent me.
With the dude talking about the Atlantic.
Yeah, the one when you said I'm listening to this motherfucker lying, I was like, okay, that's a serious video, you know what I'm saying? Because it had the MFN and shit in that motherfucker, like motherfucker.
Yes, yes. I was like, whoa, shit.
Yeah. Start with that one, and then you can go to video one of what I sent you. Okay.
After finding the tape left behind by the missing crew, the SEAL team would take it to the Amundsen Scott South Pole Station to watch it. And according to researchers working there at the time, the SEALs were awestruck after watching the tape. It showed evidence of a dig up to 2 miles below the Antarctica shelf. Not only that, but it provided video evidence of massive megaliths way below the ice. And though researchers said the SEAL team couldn't disclose much more, it is believed that they may have even found one of the greatest mysteries of all time, the city of Atlantis. So the controversy surrounding it. Atlantis TV station lawyers proceeded to try and get the tape back from the government. They planned on airing it to the public, but that's where the government said, no way. And even though their lawyers pressed the issue, they were never able to get the footage. Now Gov officials even deny its existence. So the battle for the video evidence still persists today. And unfortunately, they never found the missing. After finding the tape left behind by the missing crew, the SEAL team take it to the Amundsen.
Y'all to see that, because we always battling y'all over where the Atlantics existed. That we are the Atlanteans. There is proof, and he just showed y'all. Y'all to see the pictures that the people did post. Let me just play this one more time for y'all, so y'all can see the pictures.
I wish you Scott South Pole Station
to be in slow motion.
Yes, I want y'all to see this.
To watch it. And according to researchers working there at the time, the SEALs were awestruck after watching the tape. It showed evidence of a dig up to 2 miles below the Antarctica shelf. Not only that, it provided video evidence.
Right there. Let me see if it's on. Can y'all see it? Right there.
Right there to his right.
And the where they was taking pictures of the stuff that once they had dug down and seen these cities. We ain't crazy. We know there's cities up underground.
Facts.
And I mean down deep up under there, and they done it.
A massive megalith way below the ice. And though researchers said the SEAL team could
look at it. These are the pictures that they posted because the government
didn't disclose much more. It is believed that they may have even found one of the greatest mysteries of all time, the city of Atlantis. So the controversy surrounding it. Atlantis TV station lawyers proceeded to try and get the tape back from the government. They planned on airing it to the public, but that's where the government said, no way. And even though their lawyers pressed the issue, they were never able to get the footage. Now Gov officials even deny its existence. So the battle for the video evidence still persists today. And unfortunately, they never found the missing. After finding the tape.
This is what I wanted y'all to see with that mic over.
Hey, on some real, if she was able to pause it like I did, I had paused it and made it big. The picture that he was like standing in front of, the walls that they were showing that's that far underground was polygonal walls. We back to polygonal again, the polygony style of brick masonry. So once again,
did you hear the one I said where the little dude tried to make like that the fucking Caucasians came, the pale skinned Europeans brought the shit from Europe over here and sent their structures over here.
Right. Yeah, and that's the one. That's the one I wanted you to play before this one. But I'm glad you played this one because this one set the stage. Now we're going to go into Paleface Liar, and then we're going to go on.
Okay, so you want to play that video now, right?
Yeah, play it until your blood boil, and then you can move on to video one.
I have to stop because my blood started boiling real fast. Listening to that fucking clown do all that goddamn lying.
You don't know that we already doing these part 1, 2, and 3 foes of these right here.
It's not even fair, dog.
What are you talking about, Tree? Fair use. As y'all know, we've been going over the Orphan train.
FOIA.
We're gonna let y'all listen to the fucking lies. Now you got one brother that's really giving the truth.
Then you got seeing me, a fighter, a person.
Then you got this clown over here lying about what took place.
Today, I'd like to tie together the often misconstrued atmosphere of the mid-1800s in America, supplying you with ample information taken directly from the currently accepted resources to provide you with a definitive look at one of the strangest and seldom discussed events of the mid-1800s. That is, the orphan trains. Many photographs of America from the 19th century show a landscape that is already shaped, cities that are formed, we're told, by the ingenuity of early European settlers. What we see in the photographs many times, however, is empty cities. We also see cities that are built with architecture that appears to exceed the means of the people that are constructing the cities. In short periods of time, usually less than 100 years, a city in America will go from what we're told was indigenous earthworks and mounds into a well thought out masonry and brick masterpiece. What's not often cited in these sources is, many times, the Native American earthworks were actually incorporated into the cities, into the bases of the structures, into the parks, into the way that the streets were formed. Furthermore, many indigenous groups built using bricks and stone, making it easier for the European settlers to dismantle their work, reuse the bricks and stone, or even claim the indigenous structures as their own. As we dive into the empty cities further, we must also remember that slave labor was often used for the construction of these major cities. This is key.
Slapped for that. You'll get slapped for that. See, this little young
begin to break
right here don't know.
Break down what really happened in America in the mid-1800s. Now, as many of these cities in the photographs appear empty or barren, or the streets often mud-covered, and while the masonry buildings appear much older than they should be for the photographs, we must begin to question the harsh conditions of the mid-1800s. Could weather events really have caused these buildings to appear so aged? It brings me back to the European architects said to have constructed these massive feats of engineering. Did they really build these structures and then basically leave them be? Meaning the cities that they were built in were then in charge of the upkeep.
Y'all hear this? See, he contradicting himself and don't even know it because he used the word Native American structures. Then he said the indigenous people use stone and brick. See, this little young kid right here, he's one of those YouTubers that's trying to clout chase to use our information to hide his slave servitude information.
I tell you what the fuck he doing. He trying to place his fucking people in a time and place where they wasn't.
They wasn't even there.
They wasn't even fucking here. So now this nigga trying to place them over here as if they were some fucking builders. Bitch, they didn't build their motherfucking cave up, did they? Quit your lying, bitch.
And on top of that, everybody pay attention to the video of these buildings he's talking about and look for any building material since he's claiming this. Let's go.
And essentially, most of these cities appear to just let the buildings weather over time. That's what we see in the photographs from the mid to late 1800s, before times appear to change by the early 1900s, when the same architecture, the same structures, and the streets around them appear much more serviceable. Again, the question becomes, where are the people? And the answer may be more.
Pause it right here real quick.
The architecture aside.
Now, everybody, you see these bum trash crackers right here collecting rocks on an ancient brick wall.
Thanks.
You don't see no wheelbarrow. You don't see no stone cutting hammers. You don't see any type of granite saws, no water to actually cut stone. See, this is what the bullshit. Look at the big old temple behind them, but these peasants out here picking up stones looking for something that's valuable on the ground.
Because here they're going to go home and boil them bitches because they don't know nothing about cooking.
Yep. So they looking for little lost onions and all of that been scavenged over. These are scavengers right here. Look at it.
We're told that a disproportionate amount of people were locked away in mental asylums in the mid-1800s in America. Another
look at that destruction.
You ain't gonna try to say we were crazy.
Yup. Yep. And then we got to look at all these people admiring the buildings that they fucked up and destroyed and dropped bombs on and shit. This is all. Look at all of the residue of blown up buildings right there in the middle of that picture. See, this is the problem, that they try to use a lot of dynamite and stuff like that, and this is where a lot of our structures got demolished at. They set out on a mission to destroy as much as they can. Steal, pillage, rob for booty. See, people use that word booty. Booty is the treasures. This they was coming for. The whole Spanish conquest was about pillaging this whole continent.
Facts.
All of them foreigners, all color foreigners too. They came to pillage this whole country. Man.
Component to understanding America in the 1800s is to understand just how many asylums were being built. Not just a small building, a little retreat, or a doctor's office, but we're discussing over.
Say that again.
That is an empire. That's what they call a compound. A compound, which is building after building, all of them connected. That's a compound. That's an empire. Royal families lived in there amongst each other. And that building right there, it had over 10 kitchens, guaranteed over 30 bathrooms, plus all of that. Swimming pool, gardens in the back, all of that. That's the royal empire right there.
Let it play so you can see all of it.
500 massive castle-like structures, usually built in a Kirkbride plan, in large forested.
See, the thing is, they want people to believe that royalty started in Europe, and no, the fuck it didn't. You motherfucking peasants and squatters, nigga, you ain't never been royalty. Not even that lizard-looking bitch is sitting on because shit, they done got that off their throne. She ain't even the original people that belonged in their castle. It was motherfuckers that looked like us that was in their castle first.
Facts.
They goddamn land.
Areas away from the public. These buildings employed the finest of European architectural designs, and most of these.
There ain't no European architecture. Them bitches ain't built.
First of all,
South America went over and built that shit.
And hey, hold on, cuz let me get on this one, right? This right here is right down the street from me in Kalamazoo, Michigan. When I visited that motherfucker not too long ago, that motherfucker is over 600 years old. Now, what they're showing you right now is a sketch drawing made out of, they call it architect paper. They use architect paper to get these grafted. It's grafting paper, drafting paper. You can use all of this to make these little drawings. You know what I'm saying? So when they use the drafting paper, they put that up under some clear wax paper, and then they draw it out in little squares. This is how they made this drawing. That's not even the drawing of how the actual building is. But then when you go to build something like that, they would be showing you a blueprint instead of this.
That part.
Let's go.
Asylums, almshouses, and sanitation centers were later converted into prisons or torn down entirely.
But see, that's what you need to speak on, because basically the ones that they turned into asylum, those was, like we said, it was castles. Those were places where large families lived at. Just like either it was hospitals or they turned them into prisons. We know what the fuck you motherfuckers did, but you'll sit here, just like I said, this is some little young nigga. This is the problem that we really having, y'all, because we got motherfuckers narrating and telling our motherfucking story, and goddamn it, mixing it with fucking lies and deception to try to make like they were so great inventors and great builders. Bitch, you ain't done nothing but destroyed this goddamn planet.
But why were all of these asylums being built, especially in the Northeast? When we look at photographs of the largest cities,
say that again.
You say, why is it all pale face in these asylums though? Look, pay attention, everybody. He's not going to speak on that, but he'll show you the pictures and give his theory and myth.
All of his theory and myth, because these bitches didn't exist. I give you one of you motherfucking Caucasians. Tell me how old your blood lineage. You got to show us how long you've been on this motherfucking planet, bitch.
Sometimes we see a disproportionate number of children in the streets. Often, we're told that the photographs would be taken first thing in the morning when the streets were nearly empty. Yet, we often see these large packs of children seemingly roaming the streets unattended. How does this tie into the overarching narrative? Well, by the 1840s, large portions of the northern states had freed their enslaved people. This is a claim that we often see cited in many history books. What we don't see mentioned in the history books is, many times, the free people were almost instantaneous.
Look at this. Y'all know them niggas ain't built nothing like this. Because if they did, they would have had it in Europe. They would have been throwing motherfucking piss and feces out the goddamn window on people. They didn't even have irrigation system. They didn't even have a commode.
Nope. Or soap, or deodorant, or a hair comb. And on top of that, you ain't finna build nothing.
Yeah, we're gonna quit acting like these motherfuckers had something because they didn't have nothing.
And on top of that, you're not gonna be building nothing like this without the tools and without the ability to get the material to where it needs to be. See, these places are built out over millions of brick. How are you going to be transporting over 1 million pieces of brick? Not with a donkey and a motherfucking wood wagon. You're not going to be moving 1 million bricks with a wood wagon and a donkey.
That's how they got us too. They got y'all niggas with Little House on the Prairie and all this old fuck shit to make y'all think that it was just wild, wild west. When they got here, we wasn't living like that. All that shit is fantasy. Them niggas wasn't over here doing it like that. Got their motherfucking head cut off just like they were coming back. I remember coming up in the 80s, y'all. If they did come in your community, they was working in probably one of the buildings, like the rent offices and shit. But goddamn it, by 5 o'clock, them bitches was gone.
Because
in your communities at that time.
In the 90s, they knew better. They would get a pumpkin head, period.
They ain't crazy. And the shit is that we're allowing them to tell the bullshit to dumb us down and make us feel like they're the masters and you scared of them. It's the buck shit for me.
Locked away in asylums and sanitation centers. Hence, why we have so many of the large asylums being created in the early to mid 1800s. Think of the saying, seeking asylum. It wasn't just African Americans who faced these hardships. We also have countless indigenous people.
What? Did he say it wasn't African American? We had countless of indigenous people? Oh God, who wrote this narrative for this?
Right, and then he keeps saying we, like, nigga, your bloodline had nothing to do with nothing you showing right now. No. Not one thing you showing. Not at all.
Facing the same fate, as well as anyone really, perceived by the larger society to be different. We're told, according to the official 1840 census, which was the first to report individuals as, quote, insane, that large numbers of newly freed individuals in northern states, in some reports, upwards of 40%, were locked away in asylums and considered to be insane. This becomes even more alarming when the results are compared with the census numbers for enslaved individuals in the South, where the number of individuals marked as, quote, insane was nowhere near as high. Politics aside, we can see how even when the freedmen were freed, they never really achieved their freedom from the tyrants and often faced even more hardships. The tragedy becomes the children of these individuals. And this is where our story really begins to come full circle.
Hold the fuck up, nigga. Now, your dumb ass is so stupid, little white boy. I'm finna straighten you. We finna get some straightening going on here. Now, first of all, this is we're gonna end it right on this one because this is the cracker plagiarism right here. This is the perjury. Now they taking a picture of a juvenile system right now, right, and using it as a slave scene. These are like 11, 8, 9, 10, 12-year-old boys in a juvenile, and this is in the mid 1900s. Because why is they sitting there with hats on? Listen to what I'm saying. This is in the mid 1900s because they're sitting there with hats on. Look at the outfits they're wearing. It's uniform. So what I'm trying to explain to people is right before he showed this picture, he tried to make that, he showed that little thing about the freedmen and all of that. Only foreigners can be freed.
Facts.
So we were natural freemen. We didn't have a D in our shit. Freemen. No freed, nothing. Freemen. Terminated from that shit. So when people don't understand what they're doing, this is the constructive fraud we're talking about getting ass for.
Yes.
Go ahead.
They too damn disingenuous with me because they were always going to place you as a motherfucking slave, bitch. Well, not people. It was your dirty ass people. Then those goddamn babies they were sitting over here trying to clear off their own goddamn debt. Lying ass nigga. Then when it found the damn picture and trying to make it look like it was our damn babies. No, that was your motherfucking baby. The orphan train. Forget about you got the name up here, nigga, didn't you? It's called the orphan train. The
orphan train. So
I don't want no goddamn orphans, bitch.
Offer up. And this is where these motherfuckers will work forever to hide the truth because they don't want to be known as orphans, and they great grandparents have no genealogy history, no bloodline trace of nothing because they was sent here without parents. They was sent to America without parent information. And this is what we're going to watch tonight. Over 300,000 orphans, meaning no parents to these 300,000 kids being sent to different states in America. Now you know why the paleface is in different states in America. So we're going to end this nonsense right here and go to some of the paleface that's telling the truth on the people that they hate lying. Let's go.
All right. Let me end this.
And we've been watching some more live videos of the World Trade, the World's Fair. We're going to watch the live videos of our ancestors' real structure, master structures. Let's go. Go to video 1.
Okay, I'm getting it. Let me stop it. Hold on.
This is why we're doing this. World Fair, World Trades.
All the damn lying and shit, boy. These motherfuckers are still a stink out of shit. They don't know the truth if it smacked the shit out of them. Lord, why people just sit around and lie like it. It's disgusting at this point.
But that reminds you of what a demon or a devil would think like.
Yes.
New horizons. A restless search for new opportunities and new ways of living.
Listen to him, y'all.
The promise of distant horizons always have called men forward. First wondering, then searching, then continuing to explore, men have moved on and on, always to find that old horizons open the way to new horizons.
Means stealing your wallet without you knowing.
In a search that has continued for centuries.
What you say, cuz?
No, I was saying when he said old horizons for them to be new horizons, that was saying that was the way that they were planning on stealing your wallet without you knowing it.
Facts. Conquering.
Some far distant view with its promise of the unseen and its promise of the unknown has forever fathered the impulse to seek for new things in new places, new horizons, roads for men to go places.
Yes, the card in the buggy, y'all. Yes, that's the correct red broadcast. Y'all know that's a lie. Them bitches didn't believe it, Bam.
Hell no.
The accelerating rate of men's progress in all fields of endeavor has paralleled closely our progress in the freedom of movement from place to place. New things to do and new ways to do them. Telephone, electric lights, automobiles, aircraft.
Oh shit! I was gonna say something.
First wanderings of the unseen.
You know that's a lie. That bitch don't know a damn thing about
They didn't even know how to do that. While learning new things.
bullshit.
These are like commercials and shit, you know, back in the days, y'all. Like little programs to teach people how to act and do in school. Like, yeah, and then you get in the water feet first and make sure that the water temperature is not too hot to burn you or scald you. And then you grab this, what they call soap.
You so this is the next one I want y'all to really pay attention to.
Oh,
The accelerating rate of men's progress in all fields of endeavor has paralleled closely our progress in the freedom of movement from place to place. New things to do and new ways to do them. Telephone, electric light.
We had all that before them bitches got here. Don't let them fool y'all. We been having all that shit, and it's on the walls too.
Automobiles, aircraft,
just
all are symbols of better living. New places to go, and new means of getting there. With a growing appreciation of the wisdom of applying the road tax monies to the road building program for which they were designed, highway development is going on at a rapidly increasing pace.
You see, everybody, this right here, look at the video. This is in the 1940s and 1950s. This is not old. Look at the cars. These are 1940s and 1950 cars. How is he going to be? Yeah, how is he going to be anytime before then? But this is when they're making video because they're getting those roll cameras.
Yep. And then that shit he just showed y'all like it was nothing built and they were road. We still got that out in the fucking country. But in the city, y'all know damn well the shit we back then we had stone cobblestone fucking streets until we started paving on them. All this shit is this right here This is from their point of view because they sitting here lying because they wasn't here.
Well, actually,
migrating here.
Hey, cuz, we're going to show some stuff in the next part that's going to be crazy. Not this build, but the next build. The roads were made out of polygonal stone. They were just block. And people, hold on, cuz. The reason I'm saying that is because logically knowing me, doing construction work, when these forts and all of these megaliths and all of this was being transported and stuff like that, you was never going to be able to do it on nothing but stone. You can't move something that weigh 3-5 tons with wheels, anything other than being on something hard enough with wheels that can hold the weight and not sink to the point of not being able to roll or move. You see what I'm saying? And so because the wheel does come from America, the wheel, does come from America. So they try to make it seem impossible for even the structures that they can't comprehend the designs of them. But they put their narrative to them and then try to throw us in front of the bus as we being some slave laborers. Hold on. If the motherfuckers that was putting these buildings together knew what they was doing, why don't y'all know what y'all doing today?
Exactly. Why you ain't still building them?
Right. Instead of taking them apart and reusing certain parts of it in museum type fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Let's go.
Created by the crossing of new horizons, new ways of living and new thinking have laid the foundation for most of what is good in life today, with the promise of more tomorrow. As distant families have become neighbors, and as people have constantly widened their viewpoints while multiplying the number of their contacts, more desires have developed to be satisfied. And with the demand for all of these conveniences and improvements, opportunities for employment of men, money, and materials have increased.
Hey, cuz.
And thus the highways of social...
Hey, I swear, if I'm lying, tell me in the back chat. The even the quality and the design of these videos was those safety and hazard videos that you watched in like elementary and junior high.
And the ones they showed you when you're doing CPR and all that shit.
Right. So I don't know, maybe it was it them creating another commercial video for employment for these orphans that's getting to the point of being able to get out of the orphanage at an age to put employment behind what they're trying to do. Peep though, it's exactly that. They're describing and giving. He keeps saying for better ways and better opportunity. It'll be greater later. These Negroes will never remember what has happened to them as long as we keep lying and covering it all up. So from here and out, I'll continue lying, and you guys hopefully don't believe it. Let's go.
Put up under spell, and you don't even know. That's why we doing this. Because we're trying to remember. Wake that DNA up, because y'all don't think spelling is real. It is very much real, and that's what they've been doing this whole time to you.
And commercial developments are widening without end or limit, except the imagination, vision of men who do new things. Today, engineers are always leading us higher, widening the trails, while our men of science are broadening all our mental avenues with new activities based on modern pioneering into new fields of research. Men exploring and pioneering for all to follow. Men endlessly seeking something new along the roads of civilization in the great unknown expanses.
Look at the cities below the mountain road down.
Scientific research. All the new highways of research and exploration have brought to us more raw materials, new combinations of raw materials, new and greater productivity of the soil, making more plentiful an ever-widening range of goods. And as these goods come down from the farm, the mine, and the mill, progress on all the highways of human activity leads us to more opportunities for employment. An ever-widening range of goods made ever more plentiful, from east to west, from north to south.
Now look how this shit is built up. Do y'all actually think that they built this up? They just started migrating in 1892. Between 1892 and the early 50s is when they really, the last great migration, but they doing a migration now. But they was not here like that.
Man.
You can't make this shit up. While we was all fighting a fraudulent war during World War I and II, and they was moving their people in. This is what they was doing. While
that was the whole plan. Yep.
Yes, they was taking them off the foreign territory so they can move their own in on our territory. That's how they fuck us.
And hold on, cuz think about it. Everybody in the back chat, think about how many grandparents and great-grandparents died in the hands of these hospitals, supposedly of natural causes.
Yep.
But then at the same time, the land and all of the stuff that was behind that person is gone.
The Korean War. I forgot about the Korean. Yeah, but we got the Vietnam War. We got all of them. All these were fraudulent wars for them to take our uncles and fathers off and cousins out for a war that was not really. It was all about killing them all. They had to get them off the land first. They didn't want to attack them on their own land. So they
put it like this. Put it like this. Just imagine, you know what I'm saying? You were one of the, you don't know that the motherfucker you've been around for 5-7 years is the op. But that was the plant, right? And you cool and trust this motherfucker with your life, right? You know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? You and your peoples get into a beef, and then this motherfucker you trust like, yo, I got a way in that we can go and destroy him. But really, he's bringing you right into the center of your own demise. It's pretty much a setup. We gonna send these motherfuckers right to they shit. We gonna send them and drop them off on they shit and leave them.
Yep. It's always been lies. That's how they got us. Everything's been a lie. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Man, I'm telling you.
It's fucking Truman. It's the Truman Show.
Our greatest strides in providing more things for more people have been made at a time when the influence of new geographical frontiers was about over.
Go back real quick. Y'all finna see this goddamn imperialistic castle right down.
Our greatest strides in providing more things for more people have been made at a time when the influence of new geographical frontiers.
Right there?
No, you passed it. That big, tall, white Empire building. Right there.
I know that bitches ain't built shit.
Look at this building right here, everybody. You see how high this building is, but then look at the very, very top piece. That was already there.
Already here.
I mean, it's no joking with how they swindled us, and we should all slap ourselves, like literally.
Slap ourselves, then beat the hell out of these pan boo boos and they so-called goddamn scholars. They fucking and you can't make this up. These motherfuckers, they calling them scholars. Bitch, you ain't no scholar.
Man.
The motherfucker that came here and colonized.
More things for more people have been made at a time when the influence of new geographical frontiers was about over.
Yeah, to compare land to Africa. Then look at this shit right here. Then go over there and look at Africa. It's nothing like that. Nothing. I ain't trying to pour no salt, but them niggas ain't us. ain't built that. They ain't built that.
Nope.
Y'all can look at the bridges that they building right now. Ain't nothing like that.
They trying to redo it.
Mentally and physically, we are progressing toward new horizons.
In other words, the Atlanteans, aka our ancestors, did all this. These bitches ain't done shit.
To help us get a glimpse into the future of this unfinished world of ours,
This is the
that has been
Renaissance.
created for the New York World Fair. A thought-provoking
This is the
exhibit
Renaissance,
of the
everybody.
developments ahead of us.
We can't hear what you say.
This is the Renaissance.
Okay.
This is the Renaissance. That's another word that people need to start paying attention to. The Renaissance is really the lawful title for their Reconstruction.
The greater and better world of tomorrow that we in Cup are building today. A vivid tribute to the American scheme of living, whereby individual effort, the freedom to think, and the will to do have given birth to a generation of men who always want new fields for greater accomplishment, and will always find new things for all others to enjoy.
I was finna say, hey, they at an amusement park, everybody.
Let's
Pay
travel into
attention.
the future.
They're at an amusement park.
Will we see? And now we have arrived in this wonder world of 1960. The World's Fair exhibit, modeled with such artistry and skill that we must continually remind ourselves the world we are now seeing is a vision, an artistic conception, which may undergo many changes as it develops into the great realities of tomorrow. Sunshine,
that is not how our shit looks.
Hills and valleys, flowers and flowing streams. This world of tomorrow is a world of beauty. These eternal things, wrought by God, are lovely and unchanging.
I know, this is our shit. The gods,
20
big.
years have passed. With new agriculture.
Say that again.
I said, I know he's saying brought to them by the gods. I'm like, yo, man, why don't you recognize, B? Like, for real, B? Like you said, all the shit going around it, the artistry and the pictures and the paintings of the shit y'all found here, and you not saying who built the shit y'all being entertained by. Come on, B, what was you doing, old man? Let's go.
Culture and industry, with new forms of education and recreation, a new world is constantly opening before us at an ever-accelerating rate of progress.
It's only
a
new.
Greater world.
It's only new because they was new to America. That's why they call it the New World. But niggas took it as if literally in a sense that it was nobody here, was nothing going on. Just like these motherfucking these fucking, I only call them $5 Indians no more. These $2.50 bitches that's running around here saying that we're goddamn African. And I see somebody put Pangea. Look, baby, I know I don't believe in Pangea, but if it was such a Pangea, the whole fucking planet we built up, not just in one motherfucker. We had this shit all in America.
Only
a better world, a world which always will grow forward. Man has forged ahead. New and better things have sprung from his industry and his genius. Here is a modern farm.
Models and shit.
The farmer of 1960 works in greater security.
Drawings and models.
Science and research.
The thing is, why they not showing pictures? Because at this time, that was pictures.
Right.
Fucking drawing. Because you tell it that the camera was invented in 1860, even though we know it was invented before that. But that was so why these motherfuckers showing y'all goddamn it drawing? This is to let y'all know the fuck shit because they always got an agenda.
It was Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. That's what I'm trying to tell people.
That whole part. These are high-class
Control
morons.
many of the risks of agriculture. Hours of work have been shortened, with almost universal electrification of rural areas. Fruit trees bear abundantly under individual glass housings. Orchards are protected against disease and insects. Science even influences pollination by artificial feeding. Does it seem strange? Unbelievable? Remember, this is the world of 1960.
No, it's not.
Physics and chemistry have joined hands with...
Y'all heard him. He said the world of 1960. Then why the fuck is he showing us a goddamn drawing? Because we had farmland and everything. Everything was already built when these hoes got here. If they had bulldozed or blew up.
I think this was one of them psyop videos for all the ones come. Like I said, this is out of the orphan training course video right here. Like they had to watch this so they'll know how to play the role.
Yes,
it's theater. They're here acting.
They with the fucking Africans. They telling them how to think when they get here amongst us, so they will not. First of all, if the Africans really thought that they sold us, why the fuck they just coming here and not building with you? Why the fuck is they coming here getting jobs and sending money back to Africa? They don't even build with you niggas. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. They don't build with you niggas.
And I'm gonna say this too before she pressed play. I just said they come here to learn theater so they can do acting. Fact. Everything they create as a legality is an act pass. They call them bills too, but it's an act. Act 1219. These are acts. ACT. So they're not. It's not real. People need to get that shit out their brain.
Everything about them is dealing with acting. Everything from the moment they got here, it was all about acting. They playing a role. The role is to play you because
they set the stage. Yep, set the stage. Yep, they set the stage with the World Fair. That's where the performances all opened up.
Yep.
Attention.
Am I hit play, you fuckers?
The farmer in helpful friendship. Here are the farm roads of the community. They have been improved and made to flow into great motorways. This superb one-direction highway, with its 7 lanes accommodating traffic at designated speeds of 50, 70...
I'm gonna let you say what you gotta say. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, we got to cut this rat bastard off by the head right now, because this dude is like so far retarded. Like, we got to let it go and move on to the next video. You know, this one right here, this will be super boring and drive us crazy, because he's going to continue going with some script that's written in front of him.
Who's in the chat name? DJ motherfucking TVs. First of all, this ain't no anti-motherfucking African. These are fucking facts, nigga. This might not be your motherfucking place to be in this chat. Because we bring motherfucking truth. We ain't living in your fucking lies. We ain't living in nobody's motherfucking fairy tale, nigga. If you can't, this would not be the motherfucking child them ass.
Hey, Cuzzo Bronze, get that crack up out of here. His name is Mo Funk. Ain't nobody finna call himself Mo Funk. Get out of here, boy. We don't play that.
Anti-African.
Look, DJ Mo Funk. No, hold on. We gonna get on his name for about 10 seconds. DJ Mo Funk. Who would call himself Mo Funk? Come on, crack. Get out of here, man. Let's go.
Yeah. Ain't no motherfucking hate on no African. I bring the truth. They ain't us and we ain't them. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay for you to be American, because you are the Americans. The fuck wrong with y'all niggas?
5 and 100 miles an hour. What the fuck you mean? Is engineered for easy grades and for speed with safety. Cars from the farm roads and feeder lanes join the motorway traffic at the same speed as cars traveling in the lane they enter.
And he's narrating the pain.
Water.
This is how sad it is.
For hundreds of miles throughout the countryside.
remind me of some old fucking Wizard of Oz shit.
Right, that's why I said go ahead and cut this short right now, and just go on to the next video. This dude right here, he had a bad death, and I'm proud about it. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, let's go to the next one.
Okay.
That part.
He was on some whole fuck shit.
Yeah, because when he ain't said nothing about when they got here, where they come from,
series that
none of that.
Dedicated videos based on noteworthy information that I found in my research. One of these subjects is exhibitions, expositions, and world fairs since 1851. My name is Michelle Gibson. The Great Exhibition of the Works of Industry of All Nations of 1851 in London was the first in a series of World's Fairs, exhibitions of culture and industry that became popular in the 19th century. What does that 8-pointed star represent in the brochure for it, and the designs on the side? Here are details from the Mabel Tainter Memorial Theater, a theater of Moorish appearance in Menominee, Wisconsin, on the right, compared with the brochure details on the left. Interesting to note that King Kalakaua of Hawaii on the left has 2 8-pointed stars pinned to his jacket in his portrait. And in this portrait of Prince Regent George on the right, his sash is covering a star with at least 3 points. I believe these were symbols and design elements important to the original ancient advanced Moorish civilization. I think there was a hostile takeover of the planet after a deliberately caused cataclysm that resulted in a worldwide flood of mud.
Say that again.
Now, I was telling people, hear this hijack of this one, because they keep using this term Moorish, like that word Moorish is not old at all. And it's actually a descriptive term of people, not an actual nationality of a group of people. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Which wiped out the original civilization. There was an almost 2-year period of extremely cold, enduring weather in Ireland between 1740 and 1741. The cause is not known, and this information is in the historical record, but is not common knowledge. Hundreds of thousands of people in Ireland died in the cold snap, about 1/5 of the population at the time. To this day, it is the longest period of extreme cold in modern European history, and it led to food riots, famine.
Hold on, they said to this day is the longest. Well, what happened to the Ice Age? Okay, yeah.
Right.
What happened to the
Death? What if the explanation involves a disruption in the fabric of space-time? What if it took the beings involved in the cataclysm and take over around 100 years to dig the original infrastructure out of the mud flow? What if the timeline we have been taught about in school actually starts in the mid-1800s with a new false historical narrative superimposed onto this infrastructure, one which brought cruelty, great suffering, degradation, and division to humanity? What if the original order of society was turned upside down, and we have been the subjects of a vast human and social engineering project, not for our best interest, but that of other beings? What if these exhibitions, expositions, and world fairs, starting in 1851, were showcasing the technology and architectural wonders of the original civilization before being hidden away or forever destroyed? The purpose of the first great exhibition in 1851 was said to be making clear to the world Britain's role as industrial leader, while at the same time it provided a platform on which other countries from around the world could display their achievements. It was organized by Sir Henry Cole, a British civil servant and inventor, and Prince Albert, husband of Queen Victoria. We are told that it took only 9 months to develop it, from plans and organization to the grand opening with Queen Victoria. It was also referred to as the Crystal Palace exhibition, in reference to what was called a temporary structure in which it was held. Let's take a closer look at this so-called temporary structure. Also known as the Great Shalimar, a reference to the Mughal Garden Complex in Lahore, Pakistan, where you see the 8-pointed star and similar design patterns that I just showed you on the Great Exhibition brochure in Wisconsin and on royalty. The Shalimar Gardens located at the Lahore Fort. The Crystal Palace was said to have been designed by Sir Joseph Paxton, a gardener and greenhouse builder, and built in Hyde Park to house the exhibition.
Hey, a
Sir
gardener
Joseph
built
was
all
said
of
to have
that shit,
been
y'all.
commissioned by Baron Mayer Rothschild.
Man, they give me some napalm.
Oh man, they said a motherfucking gardener, landscape keeper, design and help, infrastruct, all of this stuff y'all seeing. Y'all hear these people? This is psychosis. This is like it's past crazy, like loony. This is
That's why they say the shit over and over, because they have to make you believe it.
yeah, psychology for real. Yeah, we going through psychology classes, right? Everybody, you know. So let's do this.
In 1850, to design the Mentmore Towers in Buckinghamshire, said to be one of the greatest country houses built during the Victorian era.
Look at that house. I mean, look at that castle.
The Crystal Palace was described as a massive glass house that was 1,848 feet, or 563 meters long, by 454 feet, or 138 meters wide, and constructed from cast iron frame components and glass.
Yeah, we watched it. We
There
played
were
his
statues
video
on the
too,
inside
SB,
and trees
SBDM.
said to demonstrate man's triumph over nature. Between May 1st and October 15th of 1851, 6 million people were said to visit the exhibition, including famous people of the time like Charles Darwin, Samuel Colt, Charlotte Bronte, Charles Dickens, and Alfred Lord Tennyson. The proceeds generated by the Great Exhibition of 1851 were then said to be used to found
Look at
the
this
Victoria
empire,
and Albert
everybody.
Museum in 1852, which happens to look very similar to the Natural History Museum in Milan, Italy.
You know damn well there was a empire. You see how they took all our big buildings and turned them into something else?
Yeah.
Our big houses and shit.
You see, what people don't realize is that when they use the word Moor, this is to be broad. It's over 8 different types of Moors before fucking 1900. So when you know all these color folk in America be claiming to be Moors, they don't realize there's a lot of other Moors that is before 1900. And that shit only got here through Noble Drew Ali, which was a so-called Indian. Well, it was an Indian that was practicing the Moorish science. Not saying that I'm a Moor by blood and a nationality. No.
He said he was Cherokee Indian.
Yeah. But even though that, the agent work he did, a motherfucker knowing their blood, I know a lot of colored cops. And they locking up colored folk. You know what I'm saying? So
Italy, which was said to have been founded in 1838. Proceeds from the Great Exhibition were also used to found the Science Museum in 1857 and the Natural History Museum in London in 1881.
They ain't built that. They did not build that. They did not build it.
We're gonna do. I'm gonna give y'all
the fate of the Crystal Palace.
Hold on. I'm gonna give everybody, because we got a nice group in here. You know what I'm saying? Love everybody that's here to listen. Hey, if y'all get a chance, go and look up the Patagonians. Look up the Canal and look up the Pampa people. We're gonna do a build on it. And when we do this build on it, then y'all gonna be knowing who helped us build this stuff. But these are people in America. You're still down there like by Chile and Argentina. They're called Patagonians.
Itself. Well, we are told the Crystal Palace was moved and re-erected in 1854 to Sydenham Hill in South London and was later destroyed by fire in 1936.
I said, drop the link, Godfather. He must have dozed off. He in the back.
Hold on. This is for Joseph, y'all.
How did they manage to move a massive building of plate glass and cast iron, said to be 3 times larger than St. Paul's Cathedral in London? Between 1853 and 1854, the Exhibition of the Industry of All Nations was held in New York in Bryant Park in Manhattan, in the wake of what was considered the highly successful Great Exhibition in London. It aimed to showcase the new industrial achievements of the world and to demonstrate the nationalistic pride of a relatively young nation. The exhibition committee was led by Jacob Westervelt, New York City mayor, considered to be a renowned and prolific shipbuilder, and Admiral Samuel DuPont, a member of the prominent DuPont family, was the general superintendent.
Why they always
Another
showing
crystal
drawings
palace
of
was built here
motherfuckers?
for the exhibition. We are told it was constructed in 1853 and designed by German architect Karl Gildemeister and Danish Army officer George.
What you say? Oh, what you say?
I said, I was talking about why, like, they're always talking about how they claiming they had built something and stuff, but they never ever, you know what I'm saying? They never ever tell the truth, man. Like
No.
this couldn't have been built in no 5 and 10 years real quick.
No.
None of the things that we're showing could be built in a 5-year period. We're talking about stuff that take multiple years because of each room having to be intact with plumbing, all of this stuff. These people didn't know plumbing and brick masonry and all of this stuff when they got here.
Goddamn thing. You were throwing shit on your neighbor, nigga.
Yep.
Christensen, and said to have been inspired by the Crystal Palace in London. The American poet Walt Whitman penned this poem about it, called The Song of the Exposition. A palace, loftier, fairer, ampler than any yet, earth's modern wonder, history's 7 outstripping, high-rising, tier on tier, with glass and iron facades, gladdening the sun and sky, inhued in the cheerfulest hues, bronze, lilac, robin's egg, marine, and crimson, over whose golden roof shall flaunt, beneath thy banner, freedom. Alas, this beautiful crystal palace was also destroyed by fire, but much sooner than what we are told for the one in London. It burned down in 1858, apparently with a large audience. According to this information. It looks like the fire brigade is being blocked
Press
by
pause right there on that picture. I like that picture. I wish I could get that
Paris
one.
hosted the Universal Exposition of the Industry of All the Nations on the Champs-Élysées for 2015.
Say that again. What you say? You say you wanted to see it again?
But much sooner than what we were told for the one in London. It burned down in 1858, apparently with a large audience, according to this engraving. It looks like the fire brigade is being blocked by all the people watching it burn. Paris hosted the Universal Exposition of the Industry of All the Nations on the Champs-Élysées from May 15th to November 15th in 1855, newly under the reign of Napoleon III. His cousin, Prince Napoleon, was the president of the exposition. Paris attempted to surpass London's Crystal Palace with its own Palais de
l'Industrie,
said to have been constructed for the industrial component of the exposition in 1855.
Now what you want it?
I was gonna say, well, this is the inside of the building, but on the front of it, right there, on the front of the building, if people can really look, my man got feathers on the top of his goddamn helmet. He got his arms out, spread it wide, and he got 2 motherfuckers kind of look like they pleading and shit at his legs. That was out of gold. That was out of gold. That was out of gold. The same way that most of our state capitol buildings still got the same gold statues on the top of them that they can't remove, but they weigh hella weight. That was there way before these people got here. These are some of the things they ended up started creating in concrete and copper and bronze later when they done finally got into the ore machines and the factories and got hold of those situations. But everything that was on top of these royal, hold on, cuz.
looks like one of us. It looks dark.
It is. It is. It is. It is. That's why I said he had feathers on the top of his head. But what I'm explaining to people is they try to duplicate that same style of statue, because ours was gold. They're doing it out of bronze and stone that rust, and they grind down to look dark brown and type shit. But in their favor. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And this is an old building right there. That's not been built in less than goddamn almost 30 years to take to build that building.
And we know you motherfucking squad motherfuckers didn't do it.
Said to have been constructed for the industrial component of the exposition in 1855. This Palais de l'Industrie itself was said to have been destroyed in 1897 to make way for the Grand Palais of the 1900 World's Fair in Paris. There was also the Palais de Beaux-Arts to house the first fine arts display for a world exposition, pictured here. There was another building which displayed the crown jewels of France, and another that held machinery and raw materials. The only building said to still remain standing from the 1855 exposition is the Théâtre du Rond-Point, the location of the National Panorama. And unlike the British, who were said to have had such a surplus of funds that they could fund the opening of 3 museums, the French were said to have lost a great deal of money on the 1855 exposition. The location of the 1876 Centennial Exposition, the first official World's Fair in the United States, was Fairmount Park in Philadelphia. It was held to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. The Director General of the exposition, Ohio businessman Alfred Goshern, was said to have been knighted by Queen Victoria because of the success of the Centennial Exposition. Hermann Schwarzmann, a German architect, was given the credit for designing all of the buildings for the Centennial Exposition starting in 1869.
Given the credit.
This is the Memorial Hall in Fairmount Park, said to have been built as the art gallery for the 1876 Centennial Expo.
Now think about it.
And the only major structure from that exposition.
Do these people really believe that they could build that building right there? And see, look at the green on the top of that building, everybody. Guess what that green on the top of that building is, everybody? Let me see. We can give people 15 seconds, and see how many people put in the back what that green is on the top of that building right there. Let's see if everybody go ahead and put what y'all believe that green is. We got to understand what condensation is. Let's go. Let's get some answers in that back chat.
That's copper. Everybody had a copper, gold.
Both.
Mm-hmm.
Both.
Emerald.
What you had asked?
They said emerald, copper.
So,
they a lot of the stone they did probably got up there to remove, but that, believe it or not, it did have stone in it too, because you got to remember where these buildings are all facing. And where they're located and how they catch the reflection of the sun, and it all has a reason. Oh yeah, hold on, cuz we didn't even let Joe come in. Welcome to the motherfucking panel, Godfeather, Joe Scott.
Welcome.
Hey yo, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure because my mic, it wasn't showing that my mic was working, so I didn't know if y'all could hear me or not.
Yeah, we can hear you. Thank you for joining.
All right.
Okay.
Appreciate y'all.
You gonna tell them what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's copper.
Okay.
And the ones that the very, very tips of it, you can see that's not, tarnished. There is still gold, because, copper and gold can mend real well. You know what I'm saying? Very well. It's, it's like twins, like brothers. But go ahead.
Okay.
And it's heavy energy conductors too.
Yep, very heavy energy conductor. Facts.
To survive to the present day. It is currently called the Please Touch Museum, which focuses on teaching mostly children 7 years old and younger through interactive exhibits and special events. This was inside the original horticultural hall, no longer standing, that was said to be designed for the
Look at it. Look at that, y'all. Y'all know damn well these niggas ain't nowhere near that. They don't even have the brain capacity to do this shit.
We gonna see these little cabins they was building. I don't think that they little saw can cut the wood good enough and sand it good enough for all of this architecture.
1876 exposition in the Moresque style of the 12th century, and looks a lot on the outside on the top like some Oklahoma high schools to me, like this historic photo of the original Central High School in Tulsa on the bottom. The largest Corliss steam engine ever built, with its 1,400 horsepower engine, was on display in and generated all the energy used in Machinery Hall during the 1876 exposition. The Corliss steam engine was said to have been invented by George Henry Corliss and patented in 1849. It is a steam engine fitted with rotary valves and variable valve timing, and generally 30% more fuel efficient than conventional steam engines.
Hey,
this is the front view of the steam engine at the exposition that became popular in the 19th century.
Now, that right there just exposed a lot more about their lives, right?
Did I accidentally push that back?
Yes, YouTube did. YouTube did that.
Dirty motherfuckers.
And everybody think about it. Dude went from a donkey and a wagon to patenting the first steam engine. Fresh in the new country. Go from riding a donkey or a horse with a wagon to patenting the first steam engine.
Yeah.
I'm trying to let that just, you know, marinate with people. Like, this is the type of shit we're dealing with. You know, he go from not even know really to ride the horse, but having the horse on the wagon, pulling it, to creating a steam engine and having the first patent. This, man.
To dumb it down for real.
During the 1876 exposition, the Corliss steam engine was said to have been invented by George Henry Corliss and patented in 1849. It is a steam engine fitted with rotary valves and variable valve timing, and generally 30% more fuel efficient than conventional steam engines. This is the front view of the steam engine at the exposition.
I hate to hear motherfucker lie.
The side
Look
view.
at the drawings, though. They don't be showing the drawings of what parts went where, nothing. Y'all don't got no blueprint to this.
View.
Come on.
Now, for comparison, check out what is found at what is called an
views.
old sugar mill in
what?
They're showing side views and under views, and next, look at my hand next to the shot right here, and then here's the top view. Like, what the hell is wrong with y'all people, man? Y'all is crazy. Y'all know that was already running trains when y'all got here.
Yes.
How do y'all think we was transporting your ancestors around? The orphans.
The orphan train.
The orphan trains. So how did they create something that their grandparents was riding on? Let's get it all clear, people. Let's pay attention to these crackers right here, okay?
Pay attention to lies, because they're contradicting themselves all the way through everything they telling.
Belize in Central America. From the looks of this tree growth, very old. The Southern Exposition was a 5-year series of world fairs held in Louisville, Kentucky between 1883 and 1887 in what is now called the Old Louisville neighborhood. The exposition was held for 100 days each of those years in a location immediately south of Louisville's Central Park, which was originally a country estate of the DuPont family, on what was called heavily forested hunting grounds.
Okay, mute your mic, is echoing.
Okay, first of all, DuPont was a melanated family.
That was a melanated family, yep.
These motherfuckers took these people's damn land, just like they're doing your ancestors right to this day. Because this is where the royalty was. This was. Don't let them fool you. They took your shit. You said my can they hear me? Because I don't hear myself echoing. Do you hear me?
I can actually see it echoing too on the laptop. You got a feedback.
Okay, he fell off. Can y'all hear me? Am I still echoing?
No, it echoes when you got the video playing and talking.
Oh, that's why I keep stopping it when because I don't want to see what they do is if we talk while the video is moving, they can flag you. As long as you stop and don't talk over the thing, they won't flag you. That's why I keep stopping it.
Okay.
I got kicked out.
I see that.
We are told the main exposition building was meant to be a temporary space. When 1 million visitors came to the expo in its first year in 1883, the Southern Exposition was expanded to run between August and November until 1887.
Now, why do they gotta paint y'all of that right there when clearly y'all the camera was already out? Clearly.
This was the scene at the opening ceremonies where President Chester A. Arthur spoke in.
I guarantee you the original scene is of us. How much y'all want to bet? That's why they painted and drew this shit. Because the original one of the fucking picture was of us.
Yep. And matter of fact, a lot of them by the groups was on the stages because they was being sold.
1883. The Southern Exposition was the largest installation of incandescent light bulbs since their invention, we are told, by Thomas A. Edison between 1878 and 1880, allowing for nighttime visitation.
See, this is where the lies come in at y'all because they want you to think that they were so these great inventors and all this, but yet you bitches didn't even have a goddamn irrigational system. You bitches didn't know that your fucking cows and your pigs shit belonged outside, not in the motherfucking bed with your bitch. This is to let you know all this shit is a lie.
In 1890, the Southern Exposition site was turned into the St. James and Belgravia Courts, now a historic housing district. And an auditorium was said to have been built with the materials salvaged from the main exposition building. The auditorium was said to be part of a large entertainment complex that included a bike riding park, man-made lagoon, promenade, and a 10,000-seat outdoor amphitheater.
He's not even good drawings.
Auditorium
Just
was
like
visited and
sketch
razed to the
drawings.
ground in the.
That's some regular goddamn in 5th grade fucking shit right here, y'all.
Arts and craft drawings.
I don't even get this.
1805, only 16 years after its completion. The 1884 World's Fair was held in New Orleans and was called the World's Industrial and Cotton Centennial Exposition. The main building enclosed 33 acres, or 13 hectares, and was said to be the largest roofed structure constructed up to that time.
And yet,
this was the horticultural hall of the 1884 exposition and the octagonal building of the Mexico exhibit.
Why drawings?
The octagonal building of the Mexican exhibit is said to be the Moorish kiosk, which is found in Mexico City. The person who gets the credit for it was a Mexican engineer named Jose Ramon Ibarroa. He is said to have designed it to represent Mexico for the New Orleans Centennial Expo. We are also told that this structure was at the St. Louis, Missouri Fair in 1904 as well.
And now
Does this look like a portable structure to you? And there are design patterns of 8-pointed stars in the Moorish kiosk, and what I will call figure eights for this example. It is the same idea as what I shared with you earlier in this video. The location of the 1884 New Orleans Exposition is now Audubon Park. This is said to be a chunk of iron ore from the Alabama exhibit on the Audubon Golf Course at the park. And the Audubon Zoo. In 1888, Cincinnati, Ohio was the location of the Centennial Exposition of the Ohio Valley and Central States, also known as the World's Fair of Cincinnati, and the 100th anniversary of Cincinnati's founding. The machinery.
It sounds like me. They're building them around the fucking pyramids.
No, look at this dumbass drawing you paused it on.
Yes.
man, they don't even got good artists either,
I was
man.
gonna
Like
say the same thing. I was wondering why they showing these pictures when they got videos. And
and
what y'all
cameras.
doing?
Yeah.
What y'all doing?
They have photo cameras too. Video cameras and photo cameras, both of them.
All
Yeah,
this
both of
go
them.
along with their lie. Because if they was to show you the real shit, it'll wake you niggas up. All this is a part of the agenda.
The Pan-Africanism should be gone.
Ask yourself why they ain't showing you pictures when clearly there was already film, black and white filming that was going on, and motherfucking camera. Why they ain't got none of it? Why they showing you some fucking drawing, some old bullshit drawing at that?
Hold on, cuz hold on. SBDM Radio killed who firstborns, my brother? That was a story or a comic book or a children's book. I mean, they ain't killed nobody firstborns. That was a story. My mom was the youngest of 13. So that was a lie, bro. You gotta let that go.
That's,
you know,
that's
sorry.
ain't that where they was killing the firstborn in the bow and
Yeah. That's some foreign stuff, bro.
Chinese was doing some shit like it.
It's still a law to where
Hall
Chinese
was
people
situated
rape
across
women.
the Miami and Erie.
Say that again.
No, I was saying it's still a law intact to where in certain countries in Asia where they can only have 2 kids or 1 kid. You know, it's limited. That's not here, bro.
Canals, and was said to have been transformed into a Venetian delight, with imported gondolas and gondoliers from Venice, and daily races and rides. What if the gondolas and gondoliers weren't actually imported from Venice, but instead were already here? This is outside of the machinery hall on the left and has the look of a staged photo, very much like this one in Trenton, New Jersey.
Oh, that's the first thing she just said correct. It's a stage photo.
See on the right. The music hall was said to have been built in 1877 at the cost of $1 million for use in some previous industrial expositions in Cincinnati, as well as for being a choral facility.
What?
This was a bridge associated with the music hall. Where is everybody?
They're not here
The main
yet.
building was in Washington Park. Washington Park Hall boasted of one of the largest fountains constructed in the country, 89 feet or 27 meters long and 68 feet or 21 meters wide, with a jet that rose 65 feet or 20 meters in the air. Nicknamed the Fairy Fountain, when the gallery played Strauss waltzes, the fountain illuminated in time with the music. There are many more examples along the same lines, to which I will give you just a simple introduction. The Colonial and Indian Exhibition in London in 1886. The Piedmont Exposition in Atlanta in 1887.
That's fucked up.
The Melbourne Centennial Exhibition
in
in 1888. The Universal Exposition in Paris in 1889. The World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago in 1893.
And that actually existed.
The California Midwinter Exposition of 1894 in San Francisco.
Why is there pictures?
The Central American Exposition in Guatemala City, Guatemala.
I always want to make themselves in Guatemala. I always try to paint themselves in girl. Y'all see this shit? Ain't nothing about you bitches. You ain't even left the goddamn planet. So how the fuck you pure?
In 1897. The International Exposition in Hobart, Tasmania in 1894 and 1895. The Cotton States and International Exposition in Atlanta in 1895. The Tennessee Centennial and International Exposition in Nashville in 1897.
And that building's still standing. It's right behind it.
The Trans-Mississippi and International Exposition in Omaha, Nebraska in 1898. Right, the Pan American Exposition in Buffalo.
Now,
look how big that bitch is.
Y'all see how big this motherfucker is? This is bigger Then that Washington D.C. monument, connected all of that though. This is way bigger. And remember, we was talking compound to where it had that you can have that pretty much can operate like a city. But they built this for a fair. And all of a sudden, 2 years later, it caught on fire. Brick don't burn, glass don't burn, steel do not burn. She had to even mention that crystal building burned to the ground. Cast iron and glass is not finna burn from some wood fire. Ever. It don't get hot enough.
It's just a fucker and a foolishness for me.
Man, it's
it's the fucker and the foolishness.
The Trans-Mississippi and International Exposition in Omaha, Nebraska in 1898. The Pan American Exposition in Buffalo, New York in 1901. The Glasgow International.
Is that where that nigga got Pan African at? Because we had a Pan American.
Exposition in 1901. The South Carolina Interstate and West Indian Exposition in Charleston in 1901 and 1902. The Wolverhampton Exhibition in 1902 in Wolverhampton, England.
Let them hear that clearly.
Charleston in 1901 and 1902. The Wolverhampton Exhibition in 1902 in 1901.
Okay, hold on.
The South Carolina Interstate and West Indian Exposition in Charleston in 1901 and 1902.
Y'all hear
the
this?
Wolverhampton Exhibition in 1902 in Wolverhampton, England. The Hanoi Exhibition in Vietnam in 1902 and 1903. The Louisiana Purchase Exhibition in St. Louis, Missouri in 1904.
Y'all see that building?
The Lewis and Clark Exhibition in Portland, Oregon in 1905. The Jamestown Exposition in Norfolk, Virginia in 1907.
Paintings.
The Alaska Yukon Pacific Exposition in Seattle in 1909.
Reality.
The Panama Pacific International Exposition in San Francisco in 1915.
That's a painting, man.
The Panama, California Exposition in San Diego in 1915 and 1916. The Sesquicentennial International Exposition in Philadelphia in 1926.
These are
the
Renaissance.
Chicago World's Fair in 1933 and 1934. The California Pacific International Exposition in San Diego in 1935 and 1936. The Great Lakes Exposition in Cleveland in 1936 and 1937. The Texas Centennial International Exposition in Dallas in 1936 and 1937. The Golden Gate International Exposition in San Francisco in 1939 and 1940. And the New York World's Fair in 1939 and 1940. There were other world fairs and expositions held around the world after this, but I want to focus on the earlier ones for the purposes of this video and the point I want to make. Does any of this sound feasible or even plausible? I think it makes much more sense to view it from the perspective that humanity was on a much more advanced timeline than we have been taught. Most of the beautiful legacy of the human race has been destroyed, and we have been kept in the dark about it. What wasn't destroyed were turned into government buildings like Baltimore City Hall, schools like El Paso High School.
Look at that, Roman.
And museums like the Museum of Art in Central Park. And the list of repurposed buildings goes on and on. We don't question how this monumental architecture could have possibly come into existence in the historical narrative we have been given. In the next video, I will be focusing on monuments and memorials.
Man, I'm talking like this. Cuz go to your Google real quick. This is how easy it is. I'm finna pull up my junior high school that I went to, right? It's called Iroquois Middle School, right? So it's Iroquois Middle School, Grand Rapids, Michigan. And when we see this school, watch how ancient this school is. And they tore the whole thing down. It was a middle school and a junior high school. No, it was a middle school and an elementary connected to each other with passages to both big structures. And the front entrance was Roman. It was marble. It was marble pillars in the front of the entrance going into the high school. You there, cuz?
I'm trying to pull it
I
up.
see.
I'm trying to multitask. My niece calling me. She getting on. Hold on.
No, that probably wouldn't be it. It's called Iroquois Middle School in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And they took this building and tore the whole thing down and built up some little stone and glass building up and made it just an elementary there now. We're taking a break, everybody. She's taking a call. But yes, okay, so we're going to go back in on this video so far. See, everybody, y'all pay attention to how everything has a narrative, a myth, and a theory to it. They're not dropping the real truth behind any of it because it had exposed the whole United States government, corporation, and service agency. All three of those. What's up, JoJo?
Chilling, man. Sitting up here doing stuff I can't be talking about over on the internet. But yeah.
Is this it?
No, it's called Iroquois Middle High School in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And what's crazy is our mascot was one of us. Was one of us. Then the high school I went to was Ottawa Hills High School, and the mascot was one of us. and I'm not too ruddy, but he was more ruddy than I was in both schools. Cuz
I'm here. I put it in. I don't know. Oh, I ain't sharing the goddamn screen. No. I put Iroquois middle. You said middle high, right?
yeah, middle high school, but you got to put in Grand Rapids, Michigan, because it's a lot of Iroquois schools.
Okay. I'm gonna go back, start all over. I need to put www. Boy, she's gonna keep calling me. I'm trying to get her this stuff. Give me 5 minutes and call me right back.
Just put in Iroquois Middle High School in Grand Rapids. Yeah.
Okay. Iroquois. It's IQU. How did I spell it the last time?
QUOIS.
Oh Lord, she's getting on my nerve. Let me get this because there's some schoolwork for her. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Say, go to the next. Damn, you can't even go to the next video. Joe, we gotta hold the chat down. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, give me just a second. I told you, give me 5 minutes. And you just want to keep calling back to back. Hold on. Oh, my damn nerves up. I keep telling her, hold on. She's going to keep calling back to back.
You know, when somebody waiting, you know, it takes longer. So they like 5 minutes is like, you know, 30 seconds. Let me make sure.
5 minutes is forever.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. Let me get back to my please just hold on. Yeah,
we ain't even got to worry about that middle school. I mean, you know what I'm saying? People can Google it and then it show them the high school, man. It's beautiful. It's such a great empire. It had like 2 or 3 gyms in it and shit, you know, like it was crazy. But we're gonna go into the next video, you know what I'm saying, and we're gonna see some more video footage of the actual buildings. And you know, these paintings, you notice how they keep showing these paintings while they talking, like, yeah, because then the paintings have them standing there, but the paintings be horrible because it look like my kids can draw better than that, you know, so it don't be doing them no justice.
Man, I was wondering why the whole time they were showing the, you know, the pictures instead of showing any kind of videos. I mean, not even real pictures, you know, these are drawings, but
drawings and paintings. Oh man, that's funny, man. That's why I be feeling like, man, you know, and I'm gonna say this for everybody in the back chat, you know what I'm saying, and for the people that hear this in the future. To be honest, truth and information is to be shared, not to be debated. Truth and information is to be shared, not to be debated. Because I don't know what you know. Why would I want to challenge what you know?
Just real pictures right here.
These are the real things.
That's something that they could have been showing while they sitting up there narrating, like, you know what I'm saying?
And this right here was colorized through a program, one of these new digital programs, everybody. So a lot of this right here is going to be some juicy. Let's get this. Look how beautiful that is, man. Shh. Where was the old world? Where was Rome? You know what I'm saying? These pictures right here, you know, these Pan-Africans can't even fathom what's going on. You know what I mean? What's wrong, cuz?
I'm playing it. It's not. They don't have no.
I don't think this one.
There you go. Is it?
No, that's me. I got some narrating music. Let's go. Oh, there's some stuff I was working on, everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know how our people do. We make music. You know what I'm saying? So we got a little sound music, and we can talk over this joint. You know what I'm saying? You gonna press play, cuz? And matter of fact, this one does. It has like a little. It has a little small sound in the background of it. Look at these structures. Look at the structures. The polygyny walls. Greatness. This is what our ancestors did right here. You know what I'm saying? This is what they're trying to claim. They're trying to erase you. Some of this stuff was so great, they had to destroy it. Because it would supersede even their family coming to visit them and this stuff exists. They would have been like, what the hell is going on? Like, y'all only been here for 10 years and how could cities be lit up like this? This is astounding. Look, posing again, you know. Probably after their wedding, you know, take their picture after their wedding up there, you know what I'm saying, while they visiting. But look at those big old structures in the back. Oh man, look. The only thing on him is colored is pretty much the top of his head. Look at the arms and all. You know, you see how they hide everything, everybody. Y'all see that? Big old aqueducts, water systems, waterways, which was water highways. The first highways to exist was on water. I'm so mad I couldn't see this, man. They showing all them drawings. The drawings ain't justifying what we looking at right now. Look at all these visitors. They couldn't build something like that to even know what to do with it. Look, that one was copper colored in the face, right? They still try to dinge it out. It didn't work because that was copper. Look like Paris, but that's right there in Chicago, Chi-Town. Stand up. And most of that is still right there, though, just like that. They didn't take down some of them columns on the side of the wall and stuff, waterways and stuff. Look how beautiful that is. Greatness. See, we getting to the greatness now. We getting to the greatness now. Let's go. Look at that. Look at all of these visitors, man. Yo, y'all see this? They filled our homes, man. This is what we trying to correct right here. Look at that Empire building right there, man. That's so big. People wonder where the old Rome was at.
In the mid-19th century, anywhere from...
Ready?
Yeah, this one is a orphan train joint. Let's get this, because they've been lying. We can expose them.
30,000 orphan children lived in New York City. Charles Brace had a solution.
What the hell?
See, hey, hold on, cuz. We're gonna run that back, right? Because that's like one of them hot tracks, you know what I'm saying? One of them hot songs we never heard. Like, hold on, man, who is that? Run that back. Because everybody, we just watched a whole bunch of perjury, construction fraud, and lying. So now we finna dig into the truth right here, and we finna watch how they expose their own peoples and erase all of the bullshit we just watched and enjoyed. Let's go.
Children lived in New York City. Charles Brace had a solution. Send these orphans by train to small towns across America and put them up for adoption. Over the course of 75 years, the orphan trains brought more than 200,000 abandoned children to new homes. In 1848, Charles Loring Brace arrived in New York on a mission to aid New York's poor immigrant population. After graduating divinity school, Reverend Brace worked at the 5 Points Mission, a charitable organization in one of the city's poorest neighborhoods that also became a home for its orphan children.
Mute on your mic.
Brace founded...
You got a feedback. Press mute on your mic.
The Children's Aid Society, an organization still active today. New York had as many as 30,000 orphans, almost 6% of the entire population of the city. But at the time, the label of orphan didn't just apply to the parentless. Some families just couldn't take care of their children in the harsh conditions of New York's slums. Many of these orphans were children of recent immigrants who, if they could find jobs, were forced to take dangerous, low-paying work. Dying on the job was not uncommon. Dying at home was also not uncommon. These immigrants mostly lived in cramped, unsanitary tenements where disease easily spread. Their children could be orphaned if one parent died and the other couldn't care for them. Sometimes both living parents gave up their children simply because they didn't have the resources to ensure their survival. Reverend Brace recognized that the best chance for those orphaned was not in the asylums and juvenile prisons where they were normally sent, but with actual families. So, under the Children's Aid Society, he hatched a plan. Orphaned, homeless children at least 6 years old, which was considered working age, would be placed on trains heading out to America's farmlands. The hope was that they would be adopted by new families and grow up in a more peaceful, rural setting, away from the dangers of the city. The first orphan train left in 1854. 42 children bound for apple-picking country in Michigan. All orphan trains were supervised by a Western agent who was responsible for picking the small towns where the children had the best chance of being adopted. The agent would bombard the town with advertising banners and pamphlets announcing the orphans' arrival and their availability for adoption. On the day the orphans arrived, interested families would gather at the town hall, courthouse, or theater to inspect the potential adoptees. Children were placed on a stage or elevated platform, physically put up for adoption. They were poked and prodded, examined thoroughly for their health and physical capabilities. Once potential parents made their selections and the selection committee of prominent townsfolk approved, the orphans were handed over. Families were only allowed to take one child, so any siblings traveling together would almost always become separated. Any children left over would move on to the next town. In their new homes, the freshly adopted orphans were encouraged to forget their past lives in New York completely, and in some cases, adopt the religious beliefs of their new families. Most learned farming skills, but some families treated their new children more as indentured servants, sometimes accompanied by abuse, which often went unchecked by the Children's Aid Society. So, what happened to these orphan-trained children? Like their childhoods, their adulthoods varied. The program produced many successes, including 2 future governors who traveled on the same orphan train. But the notorious outlaw Billy the Kid also rode west on an orphan train. In 1910, a survey concluded that 87% of the orphans had done well, although the term done well was not clearly defined. The orphan train ceased operating in the 1920s as federal, local, and state governments enacted new child labor laws and assumed control for the care of orphan children. But the work of Charles Brace and the Children's Aid Society lives on. The program helped lay the groundwork for America's modern foster care system, tasked with caring for more than 400,000 children today.
Yep, you damn right. They did a mirror flip on us so fast, and then you still got, you know what I'm saying, these cracker niggas running around here arguing with people that got records and information and proving the whole slave story was a backup hiccup little theory of a face-off transition situation for their renaissance. You know what I'm saying? So that whole World Fair, World Trade situation was a part of their Renaissance and Reconstruction. You know, that's why they had the dad to tear cities down, blow them up, burn them up if they can, in order to reconstruct the shit in their favor. You know what I'm saying? Just like we hear about Tulsa, Oklahoma. No, that happened everywhere these World Fairs happen. Y'all hear all of these cities that these situations happened in. You got these Pan-Africans talking about, yeah, we came here on the boat. Okay, y'all did. My ancestors didn't.
Jenny, how you doing? Yeah, it's always a hijack, y'all. That's a fact. Go ahead. So I was just speaking to.
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's only so much I can say. These videos, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep pounding these Pan-Africans, these Kemet Egyptologists, all of these fake scholars and these YouTube scholars. We're gonna keep pounding them in the head with shit that's more valuable than what they talking about. You know, they keep coming with this emotional and they feelings theories and stuff. It ain't about that, man. You ain't gonna have no inheritance as far as the original American people. It's only one way to get your inheritance. It's not a whole bunch of them. It's not a new group name. It's not a new nation name. Nope.
That whole part.
I don't understand what people thinking they doing. It's like you can't make a new T-shirt, and because you sell 10,000 T-shirts, Nike gonna sign you. Wrong.
These niggas lie, and this is why we in the predicament. And then when we come back and combat and the code this bullshit, then you got niggas still, they lie, they just don't want to be Africans, they don't want to be slaves. No, nigga, we're not.
We'll just point them to that American Indian World Fair that we did right there in Carolina. Yeah. Yeah, they don't want to mention. They'll never mention that Indian World Fair we had right there in Carolina. You ain't finna hear none of these people talk about this stuff. That's why, you know what I'm saying, the Four Feathers and the Matriarchs, we get together and we channel to bring things that's new, that's necessary. You know, people challenge information, go and research it. You a grown motherfucker. Fuck all the information. You a grown motherfucker first. Be that, and then go and accept something new.
Who said we went to school? What?
Who said we built the schools? We had colleges before the paleface and any foreigners got here. We're the masters of alchemy and brick masonry. I mean, like, school, we never had no schools. We had supreme alchemy locations. Schools are for the fish that get eaten.
They was more like what you call those trades. Our children was born into it, so it was a natural Scholars.
Yeah, we had real trading skill centers, man. We had trading skill centers.
Yeah, who are the scholars? Because we over here, we're students. We don't claim that bullshit. Because the motherfuckers claim to be scholars ain't even scholars. They ain't even. They're liars. Fuck scholars. They're liars.
Honestly, I mean, it's the same thing. And if they claim to be a scholar, that still means that they claim to be a student.
That part.
Yeah.
This is a universe. You live in a universe. Everybody here is a student. You're here to learn.
Yeah. They're trying to enter your universe. They're trying to reverse. Yep. They're reversing right now. And we need to realize everything is in reverse. It's in reverse, not in our universe, our multiple verse.
You can't make this up. I know people gonna believe what they want to believe, but the shit is right there. Pay attention to the fucking they verbiage that they use. They give you truth, even though they give you a whole lot of goddamn lies.
Yeah.
And quit. My thing is you're gonna have to unlearn what was taught and learn what was never taught. Quit painting, letting motherfuckers paint your ancestors out to be bitches and hoes and took ass whoopings. What kind of shit is that? And to me, it's very fucking disrespectful for you to even believe that shit happened to your ancestors. Oh, they were great builders, but they wasn't great warriors?
I'm telling you, think about it.
Then they tell you that motherfuckers came here off a slave ship and started fighting, but the bitch wasn't fighting on the goddamn water, and he didn't fight for a nigga not to pick his ass up off the shores of Africa. The fuck out of here, man. Y'all gonna have to start thinking for yourself. Only thing I can tell people, do your genealogy. Don't let nobody tell you who the fuck you are. Trace your own lineage. No, your bloodline is your story. Your bloodline is your business.
We're writing this story right now. We're writing. Everybody in here is writing their story for their ancestors right now.
I don't know about y'all. I want my ancestors to be proud of me.
Man, what? That's why sharing information is important.
Overtime. It's too much cowarding down and from the media. Then niggas doing it. You paint yourself out to be some weak ass bitches, and then you got niggas with this. I told my sister Frida, it ain't even beta male syndrome no more. It is single mother fucking syndrome at this point. Single mothers raising little boys trying to make them be men, and they're not, because they have been up under your wings for so long. Now they carrying on your characteristics, acting like some fucking female wants to gossip and keep bullshit started.
Yeah,
exactly what's been going on. And the sad part is when you point it out to a nigga know he wrong, but he just don't want to accept he's wrong.
Man, hey, you know what? Thinking space, that's funny you mentioned that, because I never ever really want to talk about that motherfucking fake ass door of no return, man. That shit is first of all, me being a builder myself, from it's just in my blood. Both of my granddads, all of my grandparents was builders. Like, they were real men. They were real male men. Like, the motherfucking masters, And when I look at that door, I just laugh so hard, because that new concrete they made that thing out of sucks so bad. I mean, it's made out of.
It's the story that goes with it, though.
Hold on. Let me explain what it's made out of. We're gonna talk about the story, because the story is a comic book. We're gonna put some superheroes to it. But what it's made out of is made out of poured concrete out of an actual truck type of machine. And that's why when you look at it, it has the holes in it, because they use actual planks, these type of forms. They use forms to structure the style and design of how it's gonna look, how the wall gonna be set up. And Joe, he's a fabricator, so he knows about the rebar and all that, and he can tell you how they had to use rebar in that for it to even be standing.
the story just too much when motherfuckers, y'all literally hear niggas that went over there and said, oh, you can still smell ancestors from where they was their house. Bitch, you lying.
Right. Oprah go over there.
Even say that to somebody because y'all know is anything outside and is open for hundreds of years. Do y'all actually think it's stinking or got a smell unless it's mold and mildew, nigga? It sure ain't no shit. The fuck? I'm like, really? I mean,
hey, hold on. Did you see that one story when Oprah had went over there with the cameras? Was talking about, you know, I feel so obliged to even be walking down this road. You know, my ancestors, you know, they didn't know if they was coming back or not. Like, you dumber than the people told you.
All the motherfuckers is part of the program. All these niggas is a part of the program. I know y'all might not want to accept some of y'all, but a lot of these movie stars, they've been a part of the whole program the whole fucking time. All these niggas been a part of it. They've been misleading you because they getting paid to mislead you.
Man, yeah, that's facts, man.
The niggas are on the payroll or they working hard to get on that bitch. I don't know which one it is, but it's a lot of niggas. And I say these fucking pan boo-boos, they cannot come on my motherfucking panel. Fuck these bitches. They can't come up on my motherfucking panel. Because first of all, those are the same niggas that always want to jump up on these panels, y'all, are the same niggas in all these goddamn groups on Facebook and the rest of these goddamn platforms. They agreeing with the fucking natives. They side with the natives. Because if I had it my way, bitch, it'd be off with you hoes' head. Point blank, period. That's why I say you bitches can't get on my platform. Because y'all are fucking traitor. It's treason, bitch. At this point.
Not only that, y'all niggas is the type of niggas that'll fight a woman.
No, they the type of nigga in my motherfucking hood that had their motherfucking head bashed open, playing in real fucking time.
Staying in their room, never coming outside.
Yeah, all over. I mean, I could call out a minute of them. Be over these fucking groups that's on Facebook with these goddamn natives. Y'all ought to see the shit. And niggas are still dealing with these niggas.
Man.
These niggas ain't got shit to say to us.
Nothing. And they're not intelligent.
Bitch ass niggas start agreeing with these goddamn natives. Bitch, you was cut off, ho. You was cut off.
Oh, man.
I have more disdain for them than I do for a fucking real fucking African.
Yep. Because the real African gonna tell them, you not us. So don't be pretending that you like us, because we not the same people.
That Uncle gonna tell you. Uncle Bunker is gonna tell you not his people.
Nope. You're not my people. I don't have any cousins look like you.
And then you got these niggas that's over here with this old pan boo bullshit. They know care for you. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. They want you to be African. Bitch, if that's your blood lineage, then take your ass to Africa. Why do you need everybody to go to Africa with your bitch ass? Bitch, we ain't from the same tree. So why are you trying to make me African? I'm not your cousin. I'm not your fucking kinfolks.
Hey, cuz, you know what, though? If you see one American going to that country, it's 100 of them coming this way.
That part. That whole part.
For every one of you dummies that be talking about you from Africa, go home and watch you be passing 50 to 100 minimum passing you trying to get a green card to come here.
You got to ask yourself, just plain, just common sense. Foreigners come here have an ambassador. Foreigners come here has what they call them, a diplomat, a person to protect them against anything. When they coming into a foreign territory, they have somebody that has their back. Ask yourself why you don't have that same
immunity.
Thing. Yeah, immunity, because you don't have that. Because if you did, they wouldn't be over here gunning you down like they do.
Yep.
And you know why you don't? Because this is your motherfucking land. That's why you don't.
Yep. Diplomatic immunity.
Native Americans do. They got one. Foreign territory, bitch. I keep telling you, motherfucking tiptoeing motherfuckers, quit playing with me, bitch. And see, they done made another picture of me. And then you got this bitch, over there with her motherfucking more. This is to the dirty moors. If the shoe don't fit, don't put this on. That bitch went and made another fucking video using my shit. Girl, y'all are whole stalkers. You and your nigga, it's a whole stalker. Yeah, it's not becoming. Who sits around, bitch, with you and your phone and nobody's in your chat? It takes you damn nearly goddamn in 10 days to get up to 10 likes, bitch. You and your nigga, then you talking about yourself in third party. Something is wrong with this picture. I told y'all that the mental institution is not housing nobody no more. Because all the motherfuckers they're on the internet. They on fucking YouTube. They on Facebook. They on Instagram. They on TikTok. They every motherfucking where. They not in the institutions anymore. They don't have to house them. They can put them online and let them goddamn stalk people. Because, bitch, that's what y'all do. I'm starting to think you and your nigga is real special. Then you have your nigga, like we don't know this, you and him. He over there talking about, thank you, Indian, American Aboriginal Indian Exposed. I'm like, is you serious, nigga? Oh, y'all crazy. Y'all literally over there talking to each other like we don't know what the fuck is going on. It's just some sick ass shit going on down on fucking YouTube, y'all.
Yeah, YouTube is a whole nother devil's domain.
Facts. A lot of y'all motherfuckers need straight jackets. Y'all need to come. Y'all really need to be put at the mental institution. You need straight jackets. I don't know if y'all mad because ain't nobody following y'all dusty crab asses. Is that what it is, bitch? Because you only got a handful of motherfuckers that want to go over there and look at your motherfucking dirt ass. That nigga skin so goddamn bad you can play tic-tac-toe on that motherfucker skin.
Ooh.
With your nappy head ass bitch want to talk crazy. Nigga, I'm young, but bitch, guess what my mom used to tell me? Stay in a child's place, bitch. That's what I'm gonna tell you. When I used to do shit, my mama said, if I spoke up in the middle of my mama's conversation, my mama says, keep your ass in the child's place. You don't do that. So I'm gonna tell you, little young bitch, keep your ass in a child's place. Then you won't have to worry about me addressing your dumb ass.
She wants you to just say her name. she like, I'm in the back right now listening. Is she gonna say my name? You're a Becky.
But I got a live I'm gonna do tomorrow night for you fucking Siberian Husky motherfuckers. You know who y'all are. You tiptoeing, ballet dancing. I tried to cross the motherfucking Barren Strait in my motherfucking claws ass bitches. You fake ass niggas. Y'all know what I'm talking about because I'm pretty sure you bitches are listening too. Because you've been stalking me for a minute too.
Yep.
Bitch, ask them why they ain't doing no DNA. I was asking you to do a DNA, bitch. Why? There ain't no such thing as no motherfucking native motherfucking genetics. No, because bitch, you just came in existence. Just like it ain't no motherfucking African American DNA, bitch. I don't know who y'all think y'all playing game with. You run that shit on motherfuckers that don't know. You always got a nigga somewhere talking about some fucking DNA as if he know. Bitch, that is Germanic motherfucking sign, aka genocide, bitch. That's what the real name is.
Prosthetic.
Yeah.
It's prosthetic information. It's like a fake leg information.
Niggas still running around here talking about take a DNA test. No, bitch, you go take a DNA test. Maybe we can get the rest of you and your bitch ass lineage out of here. Because they using that shit for biological warfare, bitch. So why don't you and the rest of your crew go do a DNA test? Because we need to get rid of some of you bitch ass niggas. A lot of y'all need to. A lot of y'all niggas need to be fertilized at this motherfucking point.
For real.
Sitting there doing that dumb ass shit and you tiptoeing, I can't goddamn it get on the right foot ass nigga. Always over there. I got, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all when I go live, I'm gonna have to delete it once I get through because the last time I did it on them, they took it straight down soon I ended. So I know I'm gonna have to delete it myself. But I'm gonna have fun, bitch. Please come and 10, you fake ass bitches. Anything with motherfucking straight hair, bitch, you're not natural. Bitch, you're a cut from a puppet and a fucking wolf, bitch. Why you think you hoes smell like dog when you get wet? That's science right there, bitch. If you smell like a dog, you got hair like a dog, bitch, you's a dog. And that's science.
Yes.
I asked you bitches, do you grow bugs in y'all hair? Y'all refuse to answer me. Because you know. You bitches grow bugs.
They got that fur.
I gotta do it. Because I'm tired. I just did a little thing on me yesterday. I started to react on Facebook, but y'all, I done caught on. You niggas ain't finna give me no more. You got me thrown in Facebook jail. The last time when I got to argue with you bitches, I called y'all Siberian Huskies. Soon I put Siberian Huskies, I went straight into motherfucking Facebook jail for 30 days. You ain't gonna give me no more, bitch.
We getting y'all.
Right over here, do my life, because I know you bitches be listening. They always want to call us fake. And
tune in Saturday.
Yeah, no, it's Friday. I'm doing it.
Oh,
yeah, because it's Friday because I got a family reunion Saturday, so it's gonna be Friday.
Friday, you better tune in because it's gonna be a whole lot of dog shit.
I'm going to so y'all please attend. I'm going to read it when it's over because I know take it down. I know these bitches gonna take it down, but it's all right. It's all right. But I'm gonna have fun. I'm doing it, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You no dancing, no beat. I'm yelling all on one motherfucking drum. You bitches ain't did shit but told a TP bitch from out of Russia. That's all the fuck you hoes done.
We gonna have videos.
But you want us to tell y'all talking about take a DNA. Bitch, if you take a DNA, it's gonna show that your great-great-great-great-grandmammy was a dog and your great-great-great-great-grandpappy was a wolf, bitch. How about that?
Wolf dog.
Now, me, I can trace my people back to people. You can't trace. You can only go the far as you can go into a lab, bitch. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. And for you motherfuckers, if I ain't into it with you, please don't get mad if I'm addressing.
And you know what, cuz?
Motherfuckers.
Let's end it with a short video of the dog man so they can see the dog man.
You got one. Send it to me.
Oh, hold on. I'm finna go out right now. Well, actually, I ain't even gotta go out. Hold on.
I'm not gonna play with none of them. So you keep on passing that little picture around and writing stuff, telling me I'm fake. She's an African. She's a wabo. All that old shit. And we know they got the wabo bullshit from the fucking pan boo boos. I'm a wabo, but your great-great-great-grandmammy is a motherfucking puppy, bitch. I'd rather be a wabo than the motherfucking puppy. How about that? I done told y'all about playing with me, bitch. I'm gonna make you mad. I'm gonna make you go looking for your goddamn chief, bitch. Because it's scalping season, ho. All you bitches standing from motherfucking Siberian Huskies.
You know what's funny? That wabo that they be using, that's for a white person that wants to be an aboriginal.
Wow.
That's what that is. That's used in Africa for them white people who wants to be aboriginal. That's why I sat up there and was like, you idiots don't even know what y'all using.
And we know that there's no such thing as a pale-skinned indigenous person. Point blank, period.
Exactly. And that's where they're wabos.
Point blank, period. So, bitch, I got you bitches. I'm going to make y'all mad every time. I'm going to make y'all keep doing TikTok. I'm going to keep on making you bitches mad. I got some pictures of you bitches with fleas in your head and everything. They're going to run and tell that bitch. Tell me I'm lying. I literally heard a motherfucker say that they are able to wear locks. I got a video before we get out of here. I want y'all to see a little young man.
Y'all ready for this? We finna see their ancestors. Let's go.
You send it to my Google.
Yeah, to your Google. Yep. So we finna, and then this Friday it's gonna be more intense because we're gonna be seeing the real, the wolf people, the wolf man, and all of that shit. Yeah, we're gonna see their genes, how it comes into reality. But yeah, here's the video.
That whole part, bitch. I got y'all. I want y'all to see what y'all made of, bitch. It ain't show sugar and spice and everything nice, ho. Oh God. Hold on.
Look, YouTube might be mad as hell right now.
Story on RubberLive.com tonight and has been going viral across the entire nation. A strange animal shot in the Montana wilderness.
And people have been throwing out crazy theories for a month now. Is it a werewolf, a Bigfoot, all kinds of funky ideas? But today, DNA test results disappointed everyone.
That's right. It turns out it's actually a gray wolf from the northern Rocky Mountains. Officials with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service says people were thrown off by the animal's unusual small feet and bare ears.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was either. Those are huge ears.
Yeah, those are huge.
That's a great wolf, they say, everybody.
Look at those small paws and little.
That's all the dog is. A dog is a genetic gene site.
Hey, that's why. Look, that's why I sent you that video. Then you got another one that you're gonna actually see the size of these motherfuckers.
That's all it is. It's gene sliced.
It's gene spliced.
They're cloned, and they want to act like they're indigenous. These motherfuckers, like even the Caucasian lady said, "Where did you bitches come from?" Y'all get her say that in her video. She even said, "Where you bitches come from?"
Hey, cuz, play that next video real quick. It's a short video too. This is actually a car. This is actually a car going down the road, and the motherfucker jumped in front of it. The bitch is like fucking 8 foot tall. Like damn near taking one jump, like damn near clearing the street.
Y'all know Yeti is their ancestor.
Yeah, the old Yeti monster, the old
Hold on.
What they call that? This abominable snowman. Where do you think they get all them names from?
You talking about the real dog man, the real wolf? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, them hairy animal people was their ancestors. They able to survive in that.
Made me forget about the video I wanted to show. Hold the fuck on. All he could do is goddamn it blow his motherfucking horn from that shit.
Yeah, it's more video footage too. Like the thing is, like this shit is common up here in Michigan, like up in the Greensville, north of Detroit, north of Lansing, in those areas, motherfuckers is terrified of the dog man. That you see, the first one was like what they found in Michigan, or this video right here is in Michigan, but that's a common thing up here. The ancestors living up here.
Fuck that. I'm not going hiking. I ain't doing a motherfucking thing. I don't know about y'all, But I'm not going fucking hiking. If I gotta goddamn deal with bullshit like that, running up out the goddamn woods, hiking is not for me.
Man. Dog man, werewolf, they the same thing, man. And think about it. Didn't Abraham Lincoln, no, Abraham, the Africanus, they say Africanus Lincoln, didn't Abraham Lincoln write a book called Hunting Vampires and Werewolves?
Did he?
So why would he have a diary called Hunting Vampires and Werewolves? But yet, the civil order we was reading the other day, everybody, mentions Abraham Lincoln was the last authentic signature to be recognized with that Constitution.
Yep. Sure was. What that video?
So think about it.
I'm trying to find that video I sent you earlier that I wanted you to see with the I got one more video, y'all. Before we get up out of here, hold on. I want y'all to see this bullshit, man. I think it's on my.
Yes, Empress Goddess. Damn right. That's why a high percentage of them pale faces is allergic to the sun. People need to pay attention to that.
Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me share this to my Okay. Let me go over here and get it. This is gonna really fuck y'all. This is supposed to be a story about our people, and we know this. Listen to how she describes what was seen. Come on now, come on out of here. This is our people, because you know they try to give it to the natives. How can I stop it? Okay, right here. Here we go. Here we go. I'm pausing it. Right there. Okay, let me share. Okay, y'all. Listen to this shit. Of course, it's for be up. Oh, look at that. Okay, over here.
Deep within the territories of the Adirondack Mountains of New York. He was wandering way off the beaten path on an unknown trail when he suddenly stubbed his toe on something protruding out of the ground. He looks down and sees a steel box. Intrigued, he begins to dig it up. At the time, he had no idea that the contents of that box would reveal one of the darkest secrets the U.S. government has ever kept. Inside, he would find 21 photos, 3 rolls of film, and a bunch of classified documents. What those documents revealed terrified the gentleman that found them. He would take the box home, stow it away, and try to forget about it. But after his death in 2002, his nephew John would stumble over the contents. As he studied the pictures, he had no idea his life would change forever. So after John sees the contents of the box his uncle stumbled over in the woods, he began posting and documenting his findings in a blog. His first post would be about the story I told you in the previous video, along with a couple pictures of the actual box. And the first pictures he would share with everybody seemed authentic. He would post 3 pictures of 3 different children. Each picture would have a name next to them: Roger, Sam, and Sally, along with a designated number. he would conclude that these weren't the children's real names, but the names they were assigned, and that each number was out of 837. So there must have been 837 children being kept there. He would also post pictures of what's said to be a barracks, along with a picture of what seemed to be a doctor and a high-ranking military official with his face blacked out. Notice the child standing in the background. John would quickly come to the conclusion that something sinister took place here. He would go on to post that they were doing human experiments, and the subjects used were young children. And as young as they were, they didn't volunteer, and there's no way they could have signed consent. Moreover, they were being held against their will, and he believed they were an extension of Project Artichoke. Project Artichoke was similar to that of MK Ultra. Project MK Ultra took place from the 50s all the way to the 70s, and it was the government attempting to achieve mind control. Using things like LSD, they wanted to see if they could get people to do their bidding unknowingly. But instead of adults, the ILP was attempting to manipulate children, and they would do this using frequencies. The videos would only show the scientist's hands. It wasn't long before weird things started happening to John. So after John posted the theory that they were experimenting on children, he would go on to say that in his next post, he would put up highly confidential documents that would essentially blow people's minds. But after he did this is what would happen to him. He states that him and his wife would receive up to 20 phone calls a day where nobody would be on the other line. And that while they were at work one day, his house would be broken into and searched from top to bottom. Luckily, due to the phone calls, he had moved.
You see what it says, Indian Lake Project.
The box and its contents outside and buried them in his yard, so they completely missed them. But after this scare, he decided that he was done and that he couldn't put his family at risk any longer. So for a few months, John's post would go silent until eventually he would post again, stating that he and his wife got a divorce. He was back in business. So after his wife and him get divorced, he actually moves up to New York State so he can investigate the grounds closer. When he goes to investigate the grounds for the first time, he finds a structure that looked like it could be the barracks. And after this, people start following him. A white van, and he even got followed by a chopper. At this point, his posts start getting weirder. He's starting to get a little crazy. But the next time he goes up there, he goes with a metal detector, and he finds a trap door. So he takes a flashlight and goes down there to investigate. He finds all kinds of stuff. A generator, shower rooms, even a room with cots in it that could house dozens of children. He draws a simple map of the structure, and this is what it looks like. He figured that all the experiments were going on down here. After this post, there would be a lull in John's post. He wouldn't post for quite a while, until he would post a picture of an old truck in the woods. This is where things get weird, and I find it suspect. The picture of the truck ended up being from iStock photos. But I find this suspect. Why would he do that? Why would he devalue his entire post? I smell foul play. Here's why. So he posts the truck from iStock photos, so everybody's in a rage. They said he's faking the whole thing. Then he posts a picture of a dead bird, saying the government put it there. He's kind of going insane, supposedly. But why would a dead bird mean anything? It's just nature. That's what people think. His final post would be, "Thanks, guys. It's been a trip. Thanks for being a part of it." And after that, John is never heard of again. So after doing a little digging, I found that back in the 50s and 60s, there used to be an orphanage near Indian Lake Project. What better place to get your subjects? No ties to parents, no relatives, nothing. Not only that, but shortly after John went MIA, 3 of his followers went to look for themselves. They're 3 grown-ass men. Well, they never came back. They disappeared that day and haven't been found since. So you got to ask yourself, what did they find? What did they stumble on where they ended up disappearing for it? And where is John? End of the day, I smell foul play. And yeah, it's been debunked, blah, blah, blah. They always are.
I've already made the reservations.
Okay, baby. Well, I just got off, so I'll be home in about 20 minutes.
Okay. Oh, and Roger called the car.
What did he say?
Hold on, y'all. I still got that ain't it. Hold on.
Hello? Kate, are you there?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Am I playing something else?
Okay.
Yeah. Let me call you right back. My boss is calling.
Is that playing over here?
Yep, that's on your side.
Me.
I don't know where it's playing.
Excuse me, miss.
Hold on.
How may I help you?
I have a meeting with RFB Movies. I've been.
Must be something else that I got in my. Hold on, y'all. That ain't it. That's just one of them. They let you know now that they've been doing experiments on us for a long time. Hold on. Is this it? Bear with me, y'all. Just a second, child. I'm gonna get it. I just did it. I have to wait to show that tomorrow. Because I really wanted y'all to see it. And this to let you know, even the story of the one that he's going to tell about the Indians fighting this thing here in America. Guess who you will say it was a giant that they were fighting. And we do know that giants exist. Yeah, giants existed.
Facts. Yes, that's why really we're gonna do a build about the Patagonians. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna crack open a whole lot of more doors, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, people get a chance, they look up Patagonians, Pampa, or the Kanoa people, you know what I'm saying, of South America. And it'll tie you into some 9-10 foot tall people. Taller than that too, still existing. Cameras ain't going down there.
Yeah, I think that's what I heard. They were saying that they seen. What was the one I listened to where they were saying that they had went over in South America, was digging, but when they came across, I guess what they would say is like a whole underground city or whatever, and they stopped because the thing broke. The thing they dig with, it broke.
Yeah.
So they had to take the machine back, but they left the thing that you dig up the ground with. They left it there overnight while they took the rest of it back to get repaired. When they came back,
Yeah, hold on. Let me finish that for you. And they came back and they grabbed the motherfucking machine and threw that bitch like it was a toy.
Yeah, whatever the thing did, whatever the fuck that was,
Real.
Then that one is right here, but that ain't the one.
Yep. Think about it, people. How would I be able to finish her sentence? They went and grabbed the whole drill rig. It's a rig that they use to drill and to tap. And they went and grabbed the whole rig and ripped it from where it was at and threw that motherfucker like they was pissed that somebody was in their territory messing with their shit. Threw it. And these machines weigh tons. So for somebody to be able to grab that motherfucker.
I thought it through the excavator. Because I heard that story too.
I'm gonna play it for you.
Do you know how heavy an excavator weighs tons? Even if they do an excavator.
Yeah, that's what they had tossed. They had tossed the excavator because they was taking the drill bit back because the drill bit had broke because they had hit a layer of concrete that was too tough to drill in. So they was taking the drill bit out and they was moving it and they left the excavator there from them to dig and everything. And they came back and had through the excavator.
Man, whatever machine it was, they tossed it like it weighed 10 pounds.
That part.
If it was a drill, if it was a tapper, if it was an excavator, if it was just a bulldozer. Those things weigh more than 10 men can pick up.
Again, those of you that don't know, I got a source who lives in Cali whose grandfather and father hailed from Mexico. They share stories, and they shared their folklore with him. And what he says about the giants, y'all, come on. Here we go.
So his grandfather would say there's 5 different types of giants that have inhabited Earth. And of these 5 different types of giants, 2 were evil. He would explain the largest giants to ever inhabit Earth would walk from land to land through the oceans. The deepest of waters would come up to the majority of their shoulders. But the biggest of all, it would only come up to their waist. His grandfather didn't know much about these giants because they were the oldest. These giants would die off and there were very few left even before the first Great Earth War. That they were full of energy and they were highly intelligent. So much so that they became one with Mother Nature. That they were pure, nothing but love and light. All right, y'all. So my boy is back at it again. For those of you that don't know, I got a source who lives in Cali whose grandfather and father hailed from Mexico. They share stories and they shared their folklore with him. And what he says about the giants, y'all.
We have been talking about giants. That's why y'all got people that look like Shaq and all them. Y'all think it's a coincidence that these people damn nearly 7 feet, 7'5". It's because
Hey, Copper Embers. I was talking to my cousin, right? He was fresh out of prison. He say, man, Jay, God made big people. I say, duh. He say, no, Jay. God made big people, Jay. Big people. I'm like, bro, duh. He was like, man, Jay. He said, I keep saying that and you saying duh. Like, you ever seen a man 8 feet tall, bro? Motherfucking 16 feet wide. I say, what? He say, yes, bro. He say, man, he started telling me about how he was in there. He was in the line and he was getting his little comforter and everything. He said, one of the guys handed one that was holy. He said he threw it back at him and told him, man, you gonna give me one that ain't got no holes in it. He say he started laughing. He say, he asked the dude what he was laughing at. He say, and as he was asking the dude what he was laughing at, he say the wall moved. He say, I say, what? He say, yeah, Jay, the wall moved. He say, man, I decided to look up, bro. He said, man, when I looked up, he say, man, the dude was the same size as the damn door, Jay. He moved and the door was behind him. I thought it was a wall. I say, damn, he was that big. My cousin is already 6'3". The dude was, I was like, damn, that's a huge person, man.
That'll scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, my uncle B was like 7 something, and he's from down there, you know, in the 5th Ward, New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? His name was he was Uncle B. His name was Bernard, and he was like, you know, 7'2", 7'3", and he'd sit there and stand next to his dump rig, and he'd be having his arm leaning on it like it's a nice sized truck. But he was that tall, you know. And my granddad, my granddad was a giant. He actually was like in the 7'5s. Like we used to call him Big Daddy. He had 1 gray and 1 hazel eye. You know what I'm saying? He was born and raised in Macomb, Mississippi. Well, Magnolia, Mississippi. But we called him Big Daddy, and he used to, my mom and them got pictures of him holding his grandbabies in his hands, like 1 and 2 of them in one hand. Like he was that big. His palm was beyond normal size. Like my brother is a 6'7", 320-pound nigga. You know what I'm saying? This is my oldest brother. You know what I'm saying? Like by my mama. Like, you know, it's just the giant gene is in our blood, and it's still there. You know what I'm saying? So when it came to structures and stuff like that, we had equipped people. That's why we're going to do a show about these Patagonians and all of that. They're copper colored people.
Man, I think that the tallest person I ever stood next to, bro, when I went to jail, dude was 7'3". Man, and I didn't know. I looked on the side of me, bro, and then I looked up. Man, when I looked up, I told homie, I say, come here, man. And he squatted down. He started laughing. He say, what's up? I said, man, how tall are you? He say 7'3". I say, man, let me see your hand. He picked his hand up and I put it by my face. Hey, bro, his palm was the same size as my head. I said, man, you ever hit me, bro, I'll kill you.
I ain't ran into nobody that tall. I really don't see nobody. It's kind of a little weird. It's kind of weird.
It don't feel right. Like when you standing next to somebody that's that big, it don't feel right because you see a midget and you looking down at a midget, you laughing. But when you standing next to a person like that and you looking up like that, nah.
Yeah, buddy. But y'all, I wanted to show y'all that other video, but why I feel like they took that bitch down. And it's him telling the story of the us fighting this goddamn thing. I just looked at it the other day. I want, because I wanted to make sure I still had it. But why all of a sudden now it's done disappeared? I can't stand these motherfuckers.
Cause you on fire. They're like, no, don't let her get it.
I had posted it on my Facebook, but now I can't even find it on my Facebook. That's what's so crazy. Did I send it to somebody on YouTube? Or did I send it to myself? Let me see that right quick before I get out of here. Play some music before I get ready to get out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for coming out and joining us, being with us. We will do another one. Yes, we will do another one next Wednesday. So be looking forward. Somebody wanted us, okay, my cousin wanted us to do on how they took over and like we're dealing with the wars and they're bombing us.
Oh, I got the videos for that. I'll send them to you.
That's not too hard to do, but yeah, let Joe get his motherfucking library introduced on that one right there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the gods and the goddess that came out tonight. You know what I'm saying? Love all of y'all, man.
Yes. Shout out to y'all. No, I didn't send myself this bullshit. Yeah, they playing, y'all. I'm gonna have to find it, but tomorrow I will. I'm gonna set my live early in the morning before I go to work. I will be. What is that one, Nag? Is that your is that yours, Wanagi? We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all for coming out and being with us. Please like and share. But I'm gonna play some music before we get the hell up out of here, y'all.
That's right. Like and share. We trying to run this motherfucker up to 10,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Let's do the 10,000 little challenge. Let's get to 10,000.
I want to play this video right here before
I get out. Check this out, man. It's your boy Chief Kelly checking in, man. With ICS, man. It's going down, man. October 8th. Doors opening at 7 p.m. It's the Aboriginal Nations Unity Fest, man. I will be in the building performing live with my brothers, Ja Bricks, Threads 3000, Trey Ali, and Shotty Out. Yeah, we gonna definitely be up in there. We got workshops, vendors. Man, it's going down, man. You feel what I'm saying? We gonna be doing it live and direct, man. Nothing but positivity. Definitely a red feather event. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. It's definitely going down, man. Performing live, man. We gonna set that thing off, man. October 8th, man. Doors opening at 7 p.m., man. Hey, hit Eventbrite, man. Make sure you get your tickets and be there, man. Yeah. Chief Kelly checking in. I'm Tribe.
Y'all. Peace, love, and light to everyone that came out and built with us tonight. Please be looking forward to our build next Wednesday. We still on this one too, right? So we still doing the World's Fair, right?
Yeah, we got one more to do, and we're gonna cover some of the legal documents, you know what I'm saying, on the next one too.
Okay.
So, well, not the next one, but after Friday, next Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All righty. Peace, love, and light, everyone. Have a masterful rest of the evening.
Dream my child. Everything alone you are, yeah. Hey, stop. Dream my child. Bring her back to me and make my dreams come true. Baby, when I said goodbye to my love, I didn't mean to make her cry. I didn't realize our love.
Renata, is you going live next? Are you playing your thing next? Or I'll come over there before I go to sleep, Renata, little bro.
Now I need to buy my son.
Please go and please go and spread overnight.
Stop dreaming child. Everything depends on you. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Dreamer child. Bring her back to me and make my dreams come true. You should have told this fool to stop it.
Okay, thank you, Renata. I'll wait till after you get
You should have made this blind man see. I've got my pride back into the pocket. Oh, won't you bring her back to me? Hey, Mr. Dreamer child. Everything depends on you. Oh, yeah. Hey, Mr. Dreamer child. Bring her back to me and make my dreams come true.
I like going digging in the archives, y'all, for the music.
Dreamer child. Everything depends on you. Oh, yeah. Hey, Mr. Dreamer child. Bring her back to me and make my dreams come true. Make them come true, yeah. Oh, Lord, yeah.
Mr.
Dreamer child.
Hey man, I swear this is my style right here, man. You know what I'm saying? I cut loose on y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Go wrong to the bone. You know what I'm saying?
Would you please tell I'm waiting with open arms? Would you please make my dreams come true? Baby, 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 baby. Please, 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 please. Mr. Dreamer child. Everything is on you. Oh, bring her back now. No. I need her. Yeah. Bring her back to me.
That whole part.
Man, that's my shiznit.
I knew that, did you? Y'all know I goes in the archives, y'all, and dig up shit. I ain't gonna even lie. I goes in the archives for my shit. Now what I do with my other songs I want to play?
I love y'all, man. Peace.
Ultimately, my daughter has been a real game changer for her.
Oh, no rights to none of this music, y'all. No rights. So before they try to get me, but I'm playing only audio. I figured it out, y'all, why they would get me and flag me, because I was playing the videos. Only the videos I play will be the ones of the brothers that's over here just putting out the conscious music. So, yeah. Love you too, the Jacksons. Love all y'all. Peace, love, and light. Damn. Y'all see the pyramid on that, don't you?
Every man has a place. In his heart there's a space, and the world
Peace, cuz. Hit me up later.
Okay.
All right.
Peace and love, y'all.
Every thought is a dream, smashing by in a stream, bringing life to the kingdom of doing. Take a ride in the sky, on the ship fantasize. All your dreams will come true, miles away. Our voices will bring together until the 12 of never. We all will live forever as one. Come to sing victory in a land that sing love and light. A new decree, bringing life to everlasting liberty.
They telling you in the song, pay attention to the words, y'all. Telling you, you've been here before.
Come and see victory in the land. Come and to see love and light. All you and me.
To your mind,
to your soul, it's the ecstasy. You will find the kind that has been in search of you. Many lives that it brought you to. Recognize it's your life now begins with you.
Your life is getting reviewed, y'all.
As you stand on the plane, fantasy has in store for you. Glowing light will see you do. It's your day, shining day, all your dreams come true. As you fly in your stride with the wind, as you fly away, give a smile on your lips and say, I am free, yes I'm free, now I'm on my way. Come to see victory.
You're welcome.
Come back to see love and light.
That part, Joseph.
To behold, to your soul, is the ecstasy. You will find of the kind that has been in search of you. Many lives has brought you to recognize it's your life now in review.
No, I gotta play one of our songs. I gotta. It's gonna bring back some memories for y'all. Where was y'all at when this song came?
If you own a home in Nashville and you don't do this before you sell,
Oh, shut the fuck up, nigga.
Early in the morning, I put breakfast at your table and make sure that your coffee has its sugar and cream. Your eggs are over easy, you're just unlike me. All that's missing is your morning kiss that used to greet me. Now you say the juice is sour, it used to be so sweet, and I can't help but to wonder if you're talking about me. We don't talk the way we used to talk, it's hurting so deep. I've got my pride, I will not cry, but it's making me weak. I'm not your superwoman.
They think we superwoman around here.
I'm not the kind of girl that you can let down and think that everything's okay. Boy, I am young enough. more than occasional. Hugs as a token of love from you to me.
I was in the 11th grade.
Shower, trying to make it home just for you. I want to make sure that your dinner will be waiting for you. But when you get there, you just tell me you're not hungry.
I tell you what, I was too young to be some nigga breakfast.
You can't read the paper and you don't want to talk. You like to think that I'm crazy.
Right,
I say that you changed. I'm convinced I know the problem. You don't love me the same. You're just going through the motions and you're not being fair. I've got my pride. I will not cry. Still I never care. I'm not your I'm not the kind of girl that you can let me lay it down. Don't you let me lay it down. Only you. This girl needs more than occasional hugs. It's a token of love from you to me. Ooh, baby, look into the corners of your mind. I'll always be there for you through good and bad times, but I can't be the superwoman that you want me to be. I'll give my love a lasting love if you return love to me. I'm not a superwoman. I'm not the kind of girl that you can let down, think that everything's okay. Boy, I am only human. This girl needs more than occasional hugs and a token of love. Oh, if you feel it in your heart and you understand me, stop right where you are. Everybody sing along with me.
I got one more song before I get out of here, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'll go down in the archives. It'll never end. We still gonna do the day of just music. I really want to do a day comparing that music to our music. I was gonna go and look up songs of other people versus ours. We all know it ain't no competition, but it looks good.
I got something for the fellas this time around.
All right, y'all. Peace, love, and light. Hey.
If you really, really want it, all you gotta do is get up on it. If you really,
I was raised up on Keith Sweating.
all you gotta do is get up on it. The time has come for us, ooh, baby, to get real busy, baby. Oh, yes, it has. And you don't have to be afraid of my love. queen. Get real freaky, baby. Yes, I do, baby.
Okay, thank y'all so much.
And
Thank y'all so much for y'all support.
hands and knees. You know, I'm pretty sure. Girl, I want everything you wanna do. Sang, yeah, yeah. If you really want it, baby, all you gotta do, girl, get up on that love of mine. If you really, really want it, baby, yeah, baby. Yeah, I want you to take us on the night.
Oh, yeah. I know that this is it.
Yeah, baby, take the music down.
'Cause I know that I'm giving you a love. A love that you can't resist, baby.
Bang, bring it on.
If you really want it, come on and get it, baby. Get up on it. Oh, if you really want it, come on, baby.
They'll make this like it's
I'm giving you all my love, baby. A love that you can't resist.
So Yolanda, we get ready to end. Yes, I'm sorry, sis. Please catch the replay. We'll be back next Wednesday. You guys, I'm gonna do. I know I got a bill that I'm gonna do with my sister Tulu. She's gonna come through and drop some of the law. And I know Zoe gonna do Wednesday. Tulu, you let me know what day next week you want to do with the law, and we're gonna do it just a day with like I said, the music. Y'all let me know what you would like to hear, and we'll just make a day of it an evening of it, where we'll be able to see our gifts. I don't care what nobody say. Nobody is singing like the American Indian. Nobody even carried that voice or that soul in their music like our people does. I don't give a fuck what they can say what the fuck they want to say. But ain't nobody doing it like us. Period. Nobody over here in the Western Hemisphere, all these people in the Western Hemisphere, we were gifted people. Period. Y'all, everybody, y'all have a masterful rest of the evening. I gotta give me some sleep. Gotta be at work. Gotta be up at 5:30 in the morning to get ready for work. Peace, love, and light. Y'all have a masterful rest of the evening. And I will see y'all tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it damn sure will be Sunday. Because I know my brother Winagi, he's doing his thing tomorrow. So trust and believe, I'm going to get these motherfucking $5 bitches what they looking for. Peace, love, and light. Mwah. Love y'all.